Topeka treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
Welcome back to the Scott Community Events Center. Adam Kadava with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you in Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Amy Felker here in the pregame. And, Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. A good win for your team last night, and it was really one on the defensive end in the 49-21 victory. And you guys were just able to pull away really after that first quarter. You trailed by 4, I think it was, going in the second quarter, and able to pull away there for a big victory. And it really just started with your defense last night.
We knew what our game plan was, and that was to really shut number 13 down. And the girls really worked hard. Avery did a great job on the initial part of it, and then everybody else helped when she needed help. And it was just a great team defensive effort last night.
And kind of going to the defensive side, staying there, the steals were just, steal after steal. I think there was a time in the first half where you guys had 6 consecutive steals, and didn't score on all of them. They had some turnovers in there, but that was cool to see there, and just the amount of steals you guys were able to kind of anticipate where the ball went.
They were right there in help line, and they knew they were putting pressure on their girls, and they just anticipated it. And they came up with some big steals. Some of them didn't go very much farther than that, but they were there. They were reading the defense. They weren't just waiting and playing off their girls. So I was glad to see they were being aggressive last night.
Offensively, I know it took a little while, just a little bit of an unusual defense. I don't know if you call it a junk defense or a zone defense that they play, but it just took a little while to figure out there. But once you guys figured out, you definitely got the ball rolling.
We didn't quite know what it was either. So we played some man offenses, we played some zone offenses, and finally, once we started to figure out what was going to work and how we could break it, the girls started making those passes and getting the balls to the right people, and we knocked some shot down, and we just kept building, and then all of a sudden we had the lead, and we just kept going from there.
And it kind of goes back to the ball movement. I think you had to be really happy through the second game of the year how well you guys are moving the ball around to get a good shot and get that assist.
These girls aren't forcing shots. Like, they make sure they're good shots. We make 4 or 5 passes, and they want to get their teammates the good look. And that's what I love about this team is they don't care who's scoring. They don't care what's happening. They want to help their team. And if that's passing to somebody else, then that's what the job they want to do.
Once again, it is Coach Amy Felker here pregame. Scott City gets the Coronado Lady Cougars here tonight, second night of the Roundball Classic. And Coronado picked up a big win last night as they got, I believe, their second win of the year as they picked up a 30-point win over La Junta. And take a look at Coronado. Well, what you saw last year is what you're going to see again this year.
That is true. I don't think they graduated anybody last year. They're big. They've got some 6-footers on the inside. They've got a really nice guard on the outside that can shoot the 3. So we just got to play overall good defense. Being size-wise, we don't want to set them up and let them get set on their defense. We want to really push and try to get some easy baskets and see if we can beat them up and down the court. So we're just going to have a really good defensive effort again and make sure we get the right shots on offense.
With the size that they have done in the paint, there's no question that you want to try to beat that player to the block there and push him up a little higher.
We do. We want to push them out of their comfort zone. The girl works really well right on the block, and so if we can push her 2, 3, 4 feet out, her percentage goes down a lot. So we just got to do a great job, not just the initial person, but our help defense has to be there to help everybody out to get the job done.
Should be a fun one here. It's night 2 of the Roundball Classic. Scott City with another home opportunity, and a win tonight would clinch a winning week for sure here. As Coach Amy Felker here joins us here pregame. Coach, thanks for the time, and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver Coach Amy Felker. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off. After this timeout, this is Scott City Beaver Basketball.
Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Closed Tuesday.
Oh, sorry. 3 total minutes, please.
City, where they are more than coffee.
Looking for someone in custom cattle feeding? Look no further than Beaver Creek Feeders. At Beaver Creek Feeders, they are ready to help you with custom cattle feeding. They can start your calves or finish your feeders. Beaver Creek Feeders is also currently offering competitive bids for your high moisture corn. If you're looking for someone in custom cattle feeding, contact Britain with Beaver Creek Feeders at 620-874-5160 today.
Preparation pays, on the field and in life. I'm Michael Trout with State Farm in Scott City. If something happened and you weren't here tomorrow, would your family be provided for? Life insurance is just the right thing to do, the way to be prepared. Stop by or give us a call at Michael Trout State Farm. We can work with you to find the best life insurance plan to fit your need or to make sure you have enough. This isn't something to put off another day. On the field of life, be prepared. Michael Trout, State Farm, Scott City.
It's only the beginning. Gravity Wellness welcomes you to their new location in Scott City. Join Gravity Wellness for their holiday open house, Tuesday, December 12th, 5:15 to 6:30 p.m. at 104 Albert Avenue. The Gravity Girls are ready to bring health and wellness through all their services to you. Giveaways include IoT hormone pellet therapy, lab work, hair removal, laser treatments, and more. The holiday open house, December 12th at Gravity Wellness in Scott City.
Here's Odessa from Plain Jan's.
Plain Jan's, Plain Jan's, Plain Jan's. Oh, we do so many things.
Tell us about it, Odessa.
Well, we rent houses, big houses, little houses.
Okay, what else?
Plain Jan's prints gloves. Lots and lots and lots of gloves.
Tell me more.
Adam, my grandma who started Plain Jan's 35 years ago.
Wow, that was in 1987?
Yep, I wasn't even born then, and my mom, Allie, was just a little kid.
Now we know about Plain Jan's.
35 years old? Wow, that's really old.
Celebrate the savings of the season at Scott County Lumber. Scott County Lumber has great gift ideas for that handyman, including a 40-piece ratchet and socket set, mechanics tool set, drill and driver kits, just to name a few. Don't forget that Scott County Lumber is your home for the quality Valspar paint and primer for those indoor painting projects. Be sure to stop by and check out display, floor, and more at Scott County Lumber, helping you get it done with excellence. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Scott County Lumber.
And we welcome you back here to the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Kadavy with you here on Beaver Broadcasting Network, Mix 94.5 KSKL of Scott City, and also the Coronado Cougars tangle here tonight. Fifth meeting all time between the two schools. On the girls' side, the Lady Beavers are 4-0, but this could be maybe their best challenge against Coronado in the series. 60-38 was the score a year ago on the 8th of December. Ironically, it was played on a Thursday night, by the way, a year ago. But Scott City looking to get to 2-1 with La Junta coming to town tomorrow afternoon. La Junta, or tomorrow evening, I guess you could say. La Junta will be playing Garden City here in a few moments at 6 o'clock as well down in the Garden, in Garden City, part of the day two of the Clarion Inn Roundball Classic here. As we take a look at Coronado, they are 1-3 on the year. Their first win came yesterday against La Junta, 52-21. They're coached by John Coder. This is his first season in Coronado, and no stats available, no heights available, but really it's, as you heard in the pregame, it's pretty much the same set of players from last year. They did not have a senior on their team last year, but you're going to hear a lot of Deschanel Bruner, a senior. She'll be around 6 foot. They'll have a lot of height. You hear a little bit of Libby Dukowski, a sophomore, even I believe Bella Martinez as well, just to name a few here for the Coronado Lady Cougars. Is a team that averages 34.5 points through the first 4 games. They lost to that score there. So, with that being said, Scott City will play a little bit of steals. They had 40, I believe it was 43, 44 rebounds last night, and they forced 26 turnovers on Lamar. And I didn't realize this till I was looking back at some of the stats last night. Lamar only had 6 second-half points, which was, you think about how Scott City did on defense. Well, 6 second-half points, that's pretty good. You're going to win a lot of games when you hold team to under 10 points in 16 minutes and a half there. But Lady Beavers did it with balance last night with Erica Felker with 15. Also, Megan Trout near a double-double, 10 and 9. Kendall Gentry had 9 rebounds as well. That's a career high for her. One of the top, shorter players on the team underneath there, getting a lot of rebounds and had some great effort off the bench as well from Mackenzie Metzger. Avery Lewis had a great effort last night as well, defensive. And Shine Kramer, she was pretty much a thief last night. I think she had about 6 or 7 steals last night, but it was a great effort by Scott City, and they're going to definitely need that here as they go into tonight and tomorrow night, and even into the league's portion or non-league games, even though the league teams 3 more games after this weekend before the Christmas break. Some finals from earlier today in the Clarendon Roundball Classic. Lamar and Altus battled. They just wrapped up their doubleheader. Altus girls won over Lamar. They doubled them up 44-22. And it was Lamar boys picking up a win, a 52-42 win over Altus Bulldogs. As I mentioned, it's Garden City and La Junta coming up at 6 and 7:30 in the Garden. Another score right now, boys, at the Orange and Black in Colby. It is Lakin 42, Ulysses 41. I tell you what, the Tigers with a big win last night over McCook, and they're hanging with Lakin here. And that's in the third quarter there. Colby and lost my train of thought there. Colby and I believe it's McCook are playing on the backside, on the boys' side. Colby girls advanced to the championship of the topside tip-off in Goodland. They won earlier today over the Cougars of Burlington 49. Today. They played actually at around at 10 or 10:30 this morning, and their boys picked up a 20-point victory as well. So they're both the winners today. They'll play in their 5th-place matches or games in Oklahoma coming up tomorrow. But that's where we're at right now. We'll step aside. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have starters, keys of the game, and the opening tip. So back after this timeout, this is Scott City Beaver basketball.
The Christmas Village is back in full display at Spud's Hunting and Fishing Supplies in Scott City. This year's village is back and is bigger and better than ever. While you're coming in to see the Christmas Village, check out the great gift items. Be their lineup of stocked ammo, hunting, and fishing supplies. Inside Spud's is a lasering service where they can laser about anything, including glass.
The officials to officiate and the players to play. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and pay honor as SCHS sophomore Bell Trout sings our national anthem.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr.
Or the height, but this is a lengthy team. She's averaging 3.7 points entering the weekend. As also starting for Coronado will be Madeline Lucart, a senior, averaging 2.7 points and 4.3 rebounds this year. Bella Martinez, a senior, 2.7 points, 3 rebounds a contest. Also, Deschanay Bruner, as I mentioned earlier, she averages 13.3 points, 9.7 rebounds, and nearly 5 blocks entering the weekend. And that's 4 of your starting 5 tonight here for the Coronado Cougars. It's going to be Addison Eaton as well. She's a senior, averaging 4 points and 3.3 boards a game. So once again, Astoria Spradlin, Madeline Lucart, Bella Martinez, Addison Elston, and Deschanay Bruner. For Scott City, coached by Amy Felker in her 4th season, assisted by Justin Froh and Amber Lotta. It'll be the same 5 for a 3rd straight game. Kendall Gentry, the 5'5 junior, at 11.7 boards a game. Erica Felker, a 5'6 senior, 15 points, 4 assists per contest. Avery Lewis, a 5'9 senior, at 10.5 points, 5.5 rebounds per game. Cheyenne Kramer, the 5'9 senior, also getting the start here tonight. She is averaging 1.2 rebounds a game and 3 steals. And Megan Trout, the 5'10 junior, 12.5 points, 8 rebounds. Kendall Gentry, Erica Felker, Avery Lewis, Cheyenne Kramer, and Megan Trout. Starting lineups once again presented by Security State Bank. On to keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. We go with the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policyholders. I think the big key for Scott City, I think you want to push the pace tonight, and also push Coronado off the post. They'll like to get it into Bruner. She's about a double-double machine for Coronado, so push the pace. Make sure their bigs stay off the post. Lucart and Bruner are around 6 foot, 6'1". Those are your keys to the game. Scott City tonight, the Lady Beavers wearing their home white uniforms with the navy blue numbers and letters and the lighter blue trim. Coronado in the road black uniforms. They do have red numbers and letters. Coronado out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, a 5A, 4A Colorado Springs Metro League team. They were 6-17 a year ago. They were 12-13 2 years ago, 9-5 in a shortened year, and almost a steal there. An overplay. Elston with it, looking to drive in. Lady Beavers start man-to-man with it as Bruner out high right gets it. Poke driving in. Scoop shot left side. Oh, what a tough shot. She got it. Bruner makes it 2-0 here for Coronado. 7:40 to go first quarter. She did that around Megan Trout, and Trout had good defense on that, but that was just a very nice scoop shot on the left side into Felker toward the left block. Back up top. Here's Kramer. Loses the dribble, retrieves it, flips it to Lewis, who mishandles it, and Scott City with an early turnover. Officials tonight, Jared Martin, Bobby Fossum, Jared Rudy here. So Coronado with the ball, and Scott City kind of got off to a slow start last night as well, but then they kind of got things going as the night went along. They get it to Bruner. She'll face up on Trout, drives in, and then stripped out of there by Kramer. Turnover on Coronado. Coronado's a team that has turned the ball over a lot at times this year. Lady Beavers down 2-0, first minute of the ball game. Gentry up top now to Kramer as they get it back right to Kendall Gentry. Coronado in a man-to-man defense. Here's a screen, a 3, straight away. Splash for Erica Felker, her 5th 3 of the year, and the Lady Beavers with their first lead of the night early on, 3-2. 6:47 to go, first 8 minutes of play, and now they're steal. Back-to-back turnovers. Lead pass to Kendall Gentry. She'll go to the right side. Right-handed layup is perfect, and it's 5-0. Quick points here in 10 seconds for Scott City with 2 turnovers forced and back-to-back baskets, and the Lady Beavers with their quick 5-0 run to take a 5-2 lead. We got an official timeout. Looks like issue with Megan Trout. I think like maybe a nosebleed. So Mackenzie Metzger checks in early on. So Trout checks out early on here, and they check on her, and well, she's okay. You could not see from my view is now I can kind of see there she sits on the bench. They get it into Brunner. Avery Lewis backing away as Brunner goes up, and Lewis commits the fouler first. That's the ball game's first foul. Brunner at the line. She's just 33% on the air, and you can tell here in the first minute 39 of this ball game where Coronado wants to go with the ball. Brunner averaging 13.3 points, nearly 10 boards a contest, and the free throw is good. She came in just 2 of 6. Coronado's 38% at the line, 5-3, 6:21 here in the opening 8 minutes of play. Breaks the 5-0 Scott City run, and it's now 5-4, and didn't look like a 33% free throw shooter there. So Coronado back to within 1. Kramer with it, pivots, goes right side to Gentry, open for a deep 3. That one's short, but rebound. Metzger underneath, got the board, pivots, wraps around past to Gentry. They go back up top to Felker, looking to drive in. Now left side to Avery Lewis. Scott City with the ball, up 5-4, 5:57 into Kramer, catches it. Now back up top to Gentry, goes right. Lob underneath the Lewis off the glass. No, got her own rebound, almost hit the deck. Now saves it to Felker for a 3. No, rebound. Felker tracked down her own rebound, and then it pinballs around and into the hands of Bella Martinez. Scott City with a couple of good looks there that time, but just could not convert. And they lead by 1 with 5.5 to go, first period of play. Almost a steal by Metzger. Spradlin with it up top, and here's Gentry with it in front of the pass lane, third turnover. Gentry, here's Mackenzie Metzger right side, layup, good for 2. Metzger with her first basket, 7-4 Scott City with 5:18 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers with all 7 of their points off turnovers here in the early going. They get into Brunner block, backing away, scoop shot to the left, and it crawls off to the left. Brunner had the rebound, tipped and loose now, but picked up out high by Addison Elston. Driving in, here's a floater high off the glass, missing badly that time for Elston. Here's Mackenzie Metzger with the rebound from Lewis. 4:50 to work here in the first. Scott City with a 7-4 lead and the ball. As Felker has it up top, gets a screen, goes to the right. Oh, I'm not going to call a moving screen. Oof. That's a kind of a touchy moving screen on Lewis, but the official says she moved, and that's a tough break there. That's Lewis's second. Scott City's second team fouls. Well, their second turnover is Megan Trout comes back in for Avery Lewis. Tough break there for the Beavers there with 4:45 to go first quarter. 7-4 Lady Beaver lead. Coronado with the ball. Give and go underneath and then putting on the floor, losing it almost. And Bella Martinez has to pick it up, and then Gentry's going to tie it up there and force a turnover. Fourth Coronado turnover. Good scrappy play by the 5'5 junior. Lady Beavers with a 3-point lead in the ball back. 4:31 here in the first. Coronado will pick up Scott City in the half court. Felker goes left with the pass in the front court to Mackenzie Metzger. Man-to-man defense for the Cougars. Bounce back up top between the circles to Felker. Felker holds it. Erica now will put it on the floor off the screen left side to Megan Trout. Wanted to get it in but could not. Now back up top to Gentry. Gentry trying to reset the offense as we get to the midway point of this first quarter now. Kramer right elbow. Gentry out high right. Holds it fine. Had a cutter. Now a screen for Felker straight away. She'll drive in. Takes a strong of the rack. Goes up and she is hacked and she'll get 2 free throws. Good ball movement by Scott City. Right at the 4-minute mark of the first quarter is Lily Manier in for the first time. She's a senior. That foul charged on Madeline Lucard, her first. Felker to line for 2. On the year, 7 of 10 and now 7 of 11. Scott City is a team through 2 games, 79%. Kenna White in, a junior for good grief, Coronado, placing Addison Elston. 7-4 Scott City. Exactly 4 minutes to go first quarter, and Felker short on both of them, but Kramer with the rebound. She'll go up high, no. And rebound tipped around. Felker tried to tip it herself, but it goes in the hands of Bella Martinez for Coronado. Lady Beavers, that one's going to be thrown away. Coronado's 5th turnover. Scott City handed on that last trip down, but still leads by 3 here. Been stuck at 7-4 for about a minute and a half, and back in is going to be Deschanay Brunner, and she'll replace Madeline Lucart. 3:45 here in the first. 7-4 still your score. Here's Kendall Gentry, goes left with the dribble, and then, that's going to be a holding foul on Bella Martinez, her first. Coronado's second of the quarter. I don't think John Coder, the coach for Coronado, was pleased with that call. Gentry to inbound in front of the Cougar bench, and that Felker left corner loses, but picks it back up. Good posting up by Trout, looking go to right. Hop to glass, misses it wide right. Good effort there, Bruner with her first board of the night. 3.5 to go first quarter, and then Felker with a steal, and that's going to be a reach-in foul, and back-to-back fouls for Bella Martinez. Coronado already with 6 turnovers, and Scott City needs to start taking advantage of these turnovers. So, second foul on Bella Martinez, team's third. Coronado with 3 fouls in the quarter, Scott City with 2. 3:20 to go in first period. Gentry right side, back to Felker. She wasn't anticipating the pass. She'll go to her left, up top of the perimeter. Now goes to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger looking to go in, but cannot. Now Felker, here's Kramer with it. Entry feed into Trout. Back up top to Kendall Gentry. Gentry with 3:05 to go first quarter. You can tell the length maybe giving Scott City trouble. Metzger wraparound pass. Kramer left side from 17. Might have been partially blocked as they hit the side of the backboard and then get a whistle and a reach-in foul. And Kramer, that'll be her first after Bella Martinez grabbed her third rebound already. And that'll be Scott City's third foul of the quarter. Avery Lewis with 2 fouls for Scott City already on the bench. Here with 2:56 to go first period of play. We've been at 7-4 for about 2.5 minutes. And now Coronado's going to throw it away. That's already their 7th turnover. They have not. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout. That'll be taken by Coronado. Coach John Coder here with 2:48 here in the first quarter. 7-4. Out of the 30-second timeout, it will be Scott City basketball, but the Lady Beavers need to take advantage of these turnovers. Up, 7-4. Coronado has not scored a field goal in about 5 minutes. And got a whistle and a traveling call on Scott City, their third turnover. They have not scored in about 3 minutes either. Coronado with the basketball. Using up the dribble with it. Bella Martinez goes right now. Pass deflected and stolen away. Another turnover. Scott City's 5th steal of the quarter with 2:20 to work here in the opening frame. With it, Kramer, she'll try a left side 3. Yes! Her first 3 of the season, and that breaks the ice. 10-4 with 2:11 to go first quarter. Lady Beavers have hit 4, make that 8 threes through the first 2 games. They've hit 2 in this first quarter, and now have a 10-4 lead. 2 minutes to work first quarter. That broke a long drop for Scott City of over 3 minutes. Bruner with it, faces up on Trout. Now drives, stripped by Kendall Gentry, and another turnover. Here's Erica Felker with the lead pass to Gentry, drives in. She'll go up, a lot of contact. Rebound, crashing the boards was Megan Trapp for Scott City after the miss. And now with it is Cheyenne Kramer. Kramer right side to Metzger with 1:38 to go first quarter. 6-point Scott City lead at 10-4. As Felker with it up top, gets the offense reset. Now she'll see an alley, takes it to the rack, misses the runner, and the rebound to Bruner for Coronado with 1:20 to go in the opening frame. Up top now to Bella Martinez playing out there with 2 fouls. Coronado only brought 7 players tonight, and they've all played here. Oh, almost stepped on the sideline, and now driving in Metzger, and a reach-in foul on her. That's the final foul to give for Scott City with 69 seconds to go. Team's 4th in the quarter. Metzger's first. In is going to be Addison Elston. And also back in will be Madeline Lucart. She'll replace Lily Manier. So they only brought 2 off the bench here tonight. Only 7 total suiting up for Coronado. And now left corner with it is Elston. Gets around the screen. Final minute of this first period. Now back up top and stepping into a 3-out high right and off to the left for Lucart. An easy board for Megan Trotter, second of the quarter. Lady Beavers with the lead here. They've out-rebounded Coronado 7-6. Out high, Gentry for third three of the quarter for Scott City. No. Rebound tipped. It's in the paint. It's going to be picked up by Elston here. That was a good look for Gentry. And now ball loose on the floor, 35 seconds. It's going to trickle out about, they'll say, less touch by Scott City. And Coach Amy Felker brings in three subs, Krista Irvin, Piper Fox, as well as Kaylee Felker, the sophomore trio in for Scott City. Fox with a career high on varsity, 5 points last night. 35.2 to go in the opening stanza. Irvin almost gets the steal, and she does. Oh, they say she did not quite tightrope the base or sideline. And I'll tell you what, the official had a good call there because it was right in front of him. He had the best view out of anybody in this great facility. A good effort by Irvin. 30 seconds to go. Bruner at the foul line, backdoor cut. Almost, oh, man, maybe getting away with a walk, but missing the shot was Martinez. Scott City ends up with the board in the end. 18 seconds to go, first quarter. Right side pass thrown away, turnover number 4. Here's Bruner, intercepted that right away, and then got it poked away, and another turnover on Coronado. That is turnover number 10 of the first quarter. Here's Metzger with it with 6. Oh, she walked with it, and Scott City with 5 turnovers in the first quarter. Got a little maybe too excited there. 5 turnovers on Scott City. They lead 10-4. 5 seconds, 4 seconds with it. 3, 2 seconds, 1 second. Bruner has her back to the basket, and they don't even get a shot up. Not even close. 10-4 for Scott City over Coronado as we head to the second. We'll come back in 1 minute to play. This is Beaver Basketball.
Hi, this is Rebecca from your local Scott City Ace Hardware store. We love giving back to the community.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Be Coronado basketball to begin the second quarter. Lady Beavers with a 6-point lead at 10-4. Scott City 4 of 13 from the floor. Coronado just 1 of 5. They did not score for the final 6:21 of the first quarter. Scott City ended up going on a 5-0 run. They've had back-to-back 5-0 runs, and they forced Coronado into their 11th turnover. Felker race left sideline, pivots at the left block, finds Kaylee Felker, and then she'll give it back to her sister Erica for 3. Yes! That was great sister-to-sister play that time. 13-4, Scott City's third 3, 30 seconds into the second quarter. Scott City with the third triple of the half. They're now 3 of 6 from downtown. Felker with 2 of those. She has 6, and we got a pushing foul away from the ball. A 7:22 to go first half. Lady Beavers on an 8-0 run. First foul of the quarter on Scott City. That'll be charged to Kaylee Felker. And 2 subs in for Coronado. Back in will be Kenna White and Lily Manier. Coronado to inbound underneath their basket. Have not had a field goal since their opening points from Deschanais Bruder, has all 4 of their points. And then it'll leave wide open a deep 2. That one good. As I say that on cue, they end their 8-minute field goal drought. 13-6. 7:16 to go first quarter. And Lucart with her first basket of the evening. She averages around 2.7 a game. Here's Erica Felker with it out high right. Coronado in a man-to-man defensive screen for Chris Irvin. Drives left side. She'll take this one away. Her scoop shot is blocked. Kaylee Felker saves it. Ball deflected and picked up by Erica. She'll drive in. Her floater, good. She has 8. 15-6 with 6:54 to go first half. That was a good effort by Chris Irvin, taking it to the rack, and a great save by Kaylee Felker to save the possession for Scott City. And now driving in, layup, no. Rebound blocked on the putback for Manier. And rebound, here's Erica Felker. She's going to take this one coast to coast, and she'll get the layup down. She has 10 already, and it's 17-6 with 6:33 to go first half. So Lady Beavers are now all of a sudden up by 11 as they are on a 7-2 run here in the first couple minutes of the second quarter, and another turnover force. Chris Irvin leads the 3 on 2 numbers, loses the dribble. She's going to be called for the travel, and she could not quite pick it up in time. Turnover number 6 on Scott City. 4 new subs in for the Lady Beavers. You get Avery Lewis, Kendall Gentry, Cheyenne Kramer, and also Megan Trout. So the starting, or Mackenzie Metzger, the lone player that stays out there. Coronado brings back in Bella that was Bella Martinez. Scott City with the ball, or with the lead, 17-6. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter. A screen. Ball deflected. Good job that time. That was Avery Lewis forcing the turnover early, the 13th on Coronado. Scott City's 8 steal the half with an 11-point lead 2 minutes into the period. With it up top, now they work it into Trout. Has an alley right side. We're going to get a push on Lily Manier. That'll be her first. Team first of the quarter. Third overall of the game with 5:50 to go second quarter. 17-6 Scott City. 5:50 to work first half. That's Gentry now to Trout through the hands of Trout. Scott City commits their 7th turnover of the half, just the 2nd steal for Coronado. 5:50 to go first half. With it up top, here's Lukart. She'll drive around on Kramer. Scoop shot blocked that time. They say she stuffed it, and Kramer with her 3rd board of the half. Lukart still back on the other end, wanted a foul, complaining about it, but the official said it was a clean stuff. Now Cheyenne Kramer with it, back up top to Kendall Gentry. She'll drive down the lane, and she'll lay it up. Scored and one! Count it for Gentry, her 4th basket, or 4th point, 19-6, 5:19 to go first half. The foul will be charged to Kenna White, her first. Team's 2nd of the quarter. And I could see why Coach John Coder is upset with that call, because he thought that should have been called on the other end. He had a tougher angle of that one. Gentry can't get the free throw. Scott City 0 of 3 at the line this half. Kenna White will track down the board for Coronado. 19-6 Scott City. They're on a 9-2 run here in the first 3 minutes. The second quarter, tight defense by Avery Lewis, and now driving right side. Maybe getting away with a lock, and here's a layup and a foul. Little maybe frustration clap there for Lukart, who has all 4 of Coronado's points this period. 19-8 with 5:06 to go second quarter. A foul will be charged to Megan Trout, her first. Team 2nd of the period. Mackenzie Metzger out, and back in is Erica Felker. Lukart 3 of 4 at the line coming into the weekend for the Cougars. And they don't get that one. Erica Felker clears her first board of the night. And quickly down the floor to Kendall Gentry. Nice assist there to Avery Lewis for 2. Lewis is on the board, 21-8, 4:55 to go first half. And Scott City continues their run here in the second quarter. An 11-4 run here in the period. Bounce pass leading that. Nice play to White. Now left baseline goes to Lukart. Skips it up top. And inside the arc to Martinez, trying to drive in, and she'll lose it off her leg. Bobby Fossum makes the nice emphatic call, and it's turnover number 14 on Coronado to Scott City with 4:37 to go first half. Scott City with a 21-8 advantage. And the basketball back. Kendall Gentry goes to her left to Cheyenne Kramer, back to Gentry, holds it, looking for a cutter. Off a screen to Felker. She has had a big quarter with 7 points this period. And now Gentry drive in. Wild shot, can't get the bounce. Rebound Lewis, follow up, no. Tried to go again, it might have been deflected, and the rebound goes to the Coronado Cougars. Good effort by the Lady Beavers that time. Couldn't quite get one down, but they have the 21-8 lead here with 4 minutes to go first half, as we're at that midway mark of the second quarter. Martinez picked up her 4th rebound of the half moments ago. Driving right side is Manier around Trout, now back up top right to go to Astoria Spradlin. Spradlin with a backdoor cut, intercepted by Megan Trout. 15th Coronado Cougar turnover. Trout finds Felker, reels it in, throws it up, no, leaves it short. Got her own rebound as she hit the deck. Might have been tripped, but gets it to Trout. And Scott City will reset here. Lady Beavers owning the boards here in this first half. 3:28 to go second quarter. Notice Deschanel Bruner went to locker room, and underneath it goes to Lewis for 2. Avery Lewis with 4, and it's a 23-8 Scott City lead. Coronado wants a full timeout. And we'll take it as well with 3:20 to go second quarter. Lady Beavers up 15 back in a minute. This is Scott City basketball.
When you want plain talk.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinics, skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
$58.11.
Scott City on a 13-4 run in this second quarter, and they've built up a 23-8 lead as we approach 3 minutes to go first half out of the Coronado timeout, their full timeout. And with the dribble is Bella Martinez. She'll take it all the way to the rack and put up a tough shot around traffic and get it to go. Her first basket, 23-10. 3:02 to go first half, so Coronado with a big basket out of their timeouts. And don't know where Deshawnay Bruner went to the locker room a few minutes ago. Ball deflected and a Scott City turnover, their 8th half. Here comes Coronado with the ball, pushing it down the middle and a whistle and a push. That'll be Scott City's 3rd team foul of the quarter. 2:50 to go second period. That's on Erica Felker, her first. Cougars inbound it in with Addison Elston. This is a pretty senior-heavy squad. Inbound in right corner to Manier. Now gets it to the right elbow to Lucart. Throws up a shot, no. Kendall Gentry with the board. She's coming off a career-high 9 rebounds last night in their win over Lamar. Felker with it. 2.5 to go first half up top between the circles to Kendall Gentry. Now she'll put it on the floor. She sees an alley. She'll drive left side and lay it up and score it. She now has a half a dozen, 25-10. Saw the alley and took advantage of the opportunity. 2:20 to go first half. The Lady Beavers up by 15, once again matching their largest lead. And a turnover. Here's Erica Felker. Uncontested layup with the left hand on the left side. Makes it 27-10 as we are at 2:10 in the first half. And the 16th Cougar turnover. The 10th Scott City steal. And Felker with 9 in the period, 12 for the half. As Coronado drives in the scoop shot left side. Nice move. Bella Martinez with 4 in the quarter. 27-12. 1:54 to go first half. And Coach Amy Felker, I don't think she's been happy the last maybe couple, 2 or 3 defensive possessions. She burns a 30-second timeout with 1:51 to go before halftime. Basketball tonight presented by American Implement, B&H Paving, Bartlett Grain, Beavertown FFL Beef Belt, Burning Farms, Brickover Cattle Company, Shells, Flyers, and more, Clint's Diesel Repair, Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, also Faro Ag Service, Faro Electric, Faro Heating and Cooling, First National Bank, Great Western Tire, Deckmark Furniture and Appliance, so Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, High Choice Feeders, Hey Mamie Farms, HRC Feed Yards. The Lady Beavers on a 17-8 run in this second quarter. Both teams really kind of started off cold shooting from the field to begin the first quarter, but the second quarter it's been a different story. Lady Beavers now with a 27-12 lead here with 1:51 to go first half. Coronado right now just playing with 6 players. They only had 7 suited up. Their leading scorer right now and a travel out of the timeouts, and that's kind of a tough one for Scott City as they commit turnover number 9 of the half with a minute 45 to go before intermission. Coronado with the ball. High, good defense by Irvin on top of Bella Martinez, almost a steal. As Piper Fox in there guarding Lucart, and they're going to get her with a push. Final foul to give for Scott City. Fox with their first. Allows, with a 15-point lead in 93 seconds to go first half, allows some of the starters to get some rest. Here, team fouls on Coronado this period, 4 on Scott City. And with it is Metzger up top to Piper Fox. Holds it, goes right to Kendall Gentry. She'll put it on the floor, drives in the paint, trying to get it to Kaylee Felker. She does get it on the deflection. Bounce pass to Irvin, back up top to now to Fox, up top to Gentry for three. Yes, she's got it. Her 5th three of the year, 30-14 with 57 seconds to go first half. Good ball movements, working it inside, working it outside, and finding an open player. And speaking of open, missing the strong three that time is Elson, but the long rebound tracked down by Bella Martinez, and Coronado with another crack at it. 40 seconds to go first half, and Mackenzie Metzger with the theft. Lead pass down the floor, and it's to Coronado. The teams will trade turnovers here. The 10th on Scott City with 30 seconds to go, and then Deschanay Bruner. It's a pinball off of the shin of Scott City. She's trying to split the defenders. It'll still remain Lady Cougar ball here with 29.6 to go first half. But Scott City with a 30-14 lead. Gentry with 7 in the half, and that 3-ball wide left, air ball for Kenna White, out of bounds. That'll belong to Scott City. 23.6 first half. Lady Beavers up by 30-14 margin. A 20-10 run in this second period with 15 seconds. Nice given to Gentry, and then in the paint, here's Fox. Her shot is blocked, got her own rebound, dishes it back to Metzger with 10. Gentry for another three. Oh, that one off to the right. Rebound, Fox with it with 6 seconds. Looking, a drive in. Yeah, she did walk with that one. That was an easy call that time, but a good effort nonetheless. And that'll be a turnover number 11 on Scott City with 4.5 seconds to go first half. And Cheyenne Kramer is going to check in for Mackenzie Metzger. 30-14, Scott City with the lead here. 4.5 seconds to go before intermission. Coronado's crack at it. Bella Martinez, 2-second ball deflected, 1 second. And a baseball shot three hits the top of the backboard, and we have reached recess. 30-14 as Scott City doubled up Coronado in the second quarter, 20-10 to take a 16-point lead into the locker room. We'll come back in 3 minutes with your halftime show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community. Whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models, that's our goal at American Implement, too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
Today, Western State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Halftime once again presented by Precision Ag and Seed. Adam Kadavy with you here from the Scott Community Event Center. Lady Beavers with a 20-10 second quarter run to take a 30-14 lead here at the break over the Coronado Lady Cougars. It was back and forth early on. Coronado had the first basket, and Scott City sandwiched a couple of 5-0 runs in that first quarter to lead 10-4 after the first period, and then they would go on a 6-0 run and also an 8-2 run in that middle part of that second quarter. Coronado would score 4 in a row before Scott City had the final basket of the half by Kendall Gentry with about 57 seconds to go to lead 30-14 here at the break. First half scoring looks like this for Coronado. They had Madeline Lucart with 4, also Deschanay Bruner with 4, Bella Martinez with 4 as well, and then Addison Elson with 2 free throws for Coronado. And for Scott City in the first half, Erica Felker with 12, 9 for Kendall Gentry, 4 for Avery Lewis, 3 for Cheyenne Kramer, her first 3 of the year, and 2 for Mackenzie Metzger. That's Scott City's first half scoring. Some other stats, Coronado just 5 fouls in the first half. They had a total of 17 turnovers, 4 steals. They had 8 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive boards for a total of 11 boards. For Scott City, they had a total of 8 fouls, 11 turnovers, 10 steals. They were 6-6. They had 18 total rebounds in that first half, did Scott City, owning the glass here. We'll take another 3-minute break, come back with some more first half stats, get you set up for the second half as well. Scott City with the lead, 30-14 over Coronado at the break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community. Whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models, that's our goal at American Implement, too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
At American Implement, we know that our farmers and ranchers are getting up and going to work every morning to provide food, fuel, and fiber for the world. And even though time and technology keeps us constantly changing, one thing will always remain the same. We promise that we'll continue working right beside you. We appreciate all that you do for our country and our communities. From all of us at American Implement, thank you, and may God bless the American farmer and rancher.
or 30-14 for Scott City here at the break as we take a look at some other first half stats. First for the Coronado Lady Cougars. They were 5 of 15 from the floor in the first half. 4 for Garden City over La Junta. La Junta comes to Scott City tomorrow, and that'll be 5 o'clock for the girls. So 5 o'clock for the girls, boys to follow at 6:30. So come up an hour earlier tomorrow. If you want to, set your clock on Eastern time so you get here at 6 o'clock before 6 o'clock for tip-off Eastern time, 5 o'clock Central. All right, anyways, enough of that. Hullabaloo. It's going to be Lady Beaver basketball to begin the third 8 minutes of play with Erica Felker, Kendall Gentry, Megan Trout, Cheyenne Kramer, and Avery Lewis. For the Lady Cougars of Coronado to be Deschanay Brunner. Also back out there, Astoria Spradlin, Madeline Lucart, Bella Martinez, and Addison Elston. Martinez had 2 fouls for Coronado in that first half as they go to a 2-3 zone to begin this third quarter. Gentry finds Trout in the paint, kicks it to Felker right side. Looks to drive in floater, blocked that time by Brunner, and she gets her own rebound. She averages nearly 5 blocks a game. First possession for the Cougars in this third. Boy, almost pushing up. Stripped out of there by Gentry and a steal. 18th turnover. That time it looked like Lugar, or not Lugar, but the Coronado player Martina was kind of pushing off with her arm. Here's a 3 in the right corner. Yes, it tickles a twine and wraps it around the rim. Avery Lewis, her second 3 of the year. She has 7, and Scott City builds her lead up to 19 with 7:21 to go third quarter at 33-14. Scott City's 5th triple tonight. They're 5 of 9 from downtown. Coronado with the ball. Astoria Spradlin with it. Goes up left to Elston. Elston goes now to Lucart. Trying to feed it into Brunner. Does so, guarded by Kramer. Nice wraparound pass. Unfortunately for them, right in the hands of Kendall Gentry. Had the good idea that time. Their turnover. Scott City, Avery Lewis. Now to Cheyenne Kramer for another 3. Oh, no. Rebound tipped around. Hot potato time. Coronado ends up with it. That would have been Kramer's second 3 and 6 points. Just a little bit off on that one. Lob, here's Kendall Gentry swatting that one. 6:30 to go third quarter, and that's going to be a travel good defense by Kendall Gentry. 20th Coronado Cougar turnover. The defense has been pretty good last 2 games for Scott City. They forced 26 errors last night on Lamar, and they have forced 20 here tonight. We're into the third quarter. Kramer give and go to Kendall Gentry, looking for a cutter. Off a screen for Felker straight away. Drives in left wing to Kendall Gentry. Now she'll put it on the floor. Drives to the foul line right side to Avery Lewis. Up top it goes to Cheyenne Kramer. 6:08 here in the third. Scott City with a 33-14 lead in the ball. Just being patient with the offense. Into Trout in the paint. Back to Lewis. She'll try a 3. That one is short. A little bit too much of an arch on that one. And underneath was Spradlin with the rebound for Coronado. Now stop and go right side. Martinez, her runner is good. Nice move for her. She has a half a dozen. 33-16. 5:48 to go third quarter. Scott City with a 17-point lead. Here a little over 2 minutes into this third quarter. Lewis with it. On a screen bounce pass up top to Kendall Gentry. Right side to Erica Felker. Right corner to Kramer. Quickly guarded by Brunner. Now trying to get into the trap. Ball deflected out that time. Getting around was Lucart on Trout. It'll still be Scott City ball. Here with 5.5 in the third. 17-point lead for Scott City. They've led by as many as 19 in this one. Lewis, right corner to Felker for a 3. That one bounces up, but right to Kramer. Kisses it off the glass. Her first 2-point basket. 5 in the game for her. 35-16 with 5:20 to go third stanza. Scott City with another board and a putback as they push the lead back up to 19. They've scored 5 in this first 3 minutes. Coronado with a 2-point basket. Astoria Spradlin with it. A couple of dribbles, goes left over to Bella Martinez, looking to drive in on Lewis, but can't cut off. Back up top to Lucart. Lucart goes looking right. And now goes to Spradlin. And Brunner had great position on Kramer and gets the ball to spin in on the right side for a 6-point, 35-18 with 4:47 to go third period. You know, she's one of those post players. Doesn't look pretty at times, and she does have pretty good movement, and that's going to be an unforced turnover by Scott City. Lady Beavers with turnover number 13 on the night. 4:35 to go third quarter. Coronado's ball down 17 to Scott City. Up top right, it goes to Astoria Spradlin. Now Scott City staying man-to-man with it. Lukehart back up top. Elston. Or by Erica Felker, and that's going to be a miscommunication and a turnover, number 21. 4:19 left in the third. Felker to bring it across right to left for Scott City and a 17-point edge. She has the dribble up top now. Foul line to Trout. Gentry for a right side three. No. Crashing the board. Avery Lewis in the trees. Into Kramer. Left lane line jumper off to the right. And the rebound into the hands of Elston for Coronado. 3:55 to go third quarter. So a couple good looks that time for Scott City. Couldn't get them to go. They lead by 17. Coronado with the ball. Up top to Spradlin. Goes to the foul line to Bruner. Trying to drive right on Kramer. Poked it away. Picked up, though, by Bruner. Has good defense in the corner, and they're going to get a push-off, I guess, on Bruner. She did not believe the call. That's her first. That's their second of the quarter. Or, correction, first of the quarter. That was the first foul either side this third period. 3:30 to go in the third. Scott City with a 17-point lead, 35-18. Mackenzie Metzger in and Cheyenne Kramer through her hands, but picks it up, has plenty of time as they try to expand it. 9, including 2 threes, her first of the year. Foul line jumper, but a hack on Metzger. That'll be her second. Scott City's first team foul of the quarter is Scott City with back-to-back threes. They have hit 4 threes, make that 3 threes in the quarter, 7 for the Knights. With 2:33 to go, they've opened up a 23-point lead at 41-18. Spradlin, her first trip to the line, 50% coming into the weekend, and knocks that one down. Both teams with the foul piece here in the third. Kendall Gentry on the point, goes right to Kaylee Felker. Off a screen, here's Mackenzie Metzger. Wanted to take the three, but does not. Now puts it on the floor. Now goes to Kaylee Felker out high right. Trying to get it into Fox, but deflected back up. Here's Metzger with it. Wraparound pass, deflected, but picked up by Metzger. 2:12 to go third quarter. Kendall Gentry catches it up top between the rings to reset things. As Coronado kind of goes to a zone defense. And it goes to Kaylee Felker, catches it. Trying to split the defenders. Back up top to Metzger. Almost walked with it. Now to Kendall Gentry. She'll drive right baseline. It's cut up with 1:50 to go third quarter. Scott City with a 21-point lead, 41-20. Goes to the left here. Left corner to Krista Irvin. Entry feed into Fox underneath. Here's left side. Kaylee Felker, good for 2. Boy, that was patience and persistence. And Kaylee Felker with her first basket, 43-20 with 95 seconds to go third quarter. That was great ball movement, and that's going to be a foul on Metzger going for the steal. That'll be her third with 1:28 here in the third. Team's second of the quarter. As we're down to 1:28 here is Lily Manier back in for Coronado. 43-20. Scott City with a 13-6 third quarter run so far. We have 80 seconds left in the period. Bella Martinez with it, puts it on the floor, back up top to Astoria Spradlin. Spradlin holds it, puts it on the floor a couple of times. Those neon shoestrings. Now goes right wing to Kenna White, and a whistle. Ooh. They're going to get Krista Irvin with the foul, her first, team's third. One foul in Coronado, 3 on Scott City this quarter. They'll throw it up top, and it'll be tracked down by Bella Martinez, guarded by Gentry, trying to get a screen. Deflected, 1:05 to go third quarter, almost a steal, almost a reach in on Irvin. Now back up top to Spradlin. Under a minute here in the third, 43-20 Scott City with the lead, and Gentry almost gets the steal. Picked up, though, by Martinez near the half-court stripe, and now out to Astoria Spradlin. 48 seconds to work third quarter, driving right side, and Bruner and a final foul to give for Scott City. That foul will be charged to Kaylee Felker, her second. And Erica Felker, Avery Lewis, and Kendall Gentry, and Mackenzie Metzger at exit. Scott City to defend the inbounds from Cougars. Well, throw it up top here to White. Puts on the 4 once. Kind of an ugly pass, but it goes to Bella Martinez. And then guarded 3 off to left. Scott City can't track down the rebound. Bruner with her 4th rebound of the night. 30 seconds to go, third quarter. Pivoting is Manier. Now back out, saves it to Spradlin. Left wing to Deschanais Bruner. Spin move, 24 seconds to go, goes right side to Spradlin for a three. That one is on target, but misses. Rebound to Piper Fox. Scott City holding the ground there on defense here with 15 seconds here in the third. Lady Beavers with a 23-point lead at 43-20. And here's the Piper Fox, puts on the floor, trying to get it to underneath. It looked like to Kaylee Felker, and it's knocked out with 3.5 seconds to go, third quarter. Lady Beavers trying to get to 2-1 on the air. Avery Lewis with 2 seconds, 1 second. Erica Felker tries a desperation three, hits behind the backboard, and that will be the end of your third quarter. Lady Beavers will go up by 23 with 8 minutes to play here, 43-20. We'll come back in a minute for the fourth quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fourth quarter set to begin here. It's 43-20. Coronado with the ball trailing by 23. And a whistle and a foul up top on Piper Fox. That'll be her second, first of the quarter on Scott City. Lady Beavers led tonight by 15 from Erica Felker. Kendall Gentry has 9, and tying a career high, Cheyenne Kramer with 8. Also 7 from Avery Lewis. 43-20, first minute of this fourth quarter. Spin move with it is going to be Addison Elston, and a steal. Here's Chris Irvin. Can she get her first career point? Yes, she can. 45-20, 7:31 to go. Off the steal, and Coronado's 23rd turnover of the night. 45-20, first minute of the fourth quarter. Up top, it'll go to Astoria Spradlin. Coronado led by Deschanais Bruner with 6. Also 6 for Bella Martinez. Ball out high and a push on Erica Felker. Felker with the foul. That'll be her third in the second of the quarter with 7:10 to go. Scott City with a 45-20 lead here. As Irvin with her first 2 points of the night after that last steal. Scott City with another big steal there. Apologize, we had some technical issues back at the studios. Left three, too strong, airballed by Martinez, or correction, Edelson. Rebound to Scott City. So we're back. 6:50 to go. Irvin, Felker, into Piper Fox, catches it, trying to drive in. Back to Irvin, back up top to Erica Felker. Goes left with the pass to Avery Lewis. Both players have not scored tonight, and it would be an issue just with the length and size that Coronado has. Now Piper Fox, nice strong move on the left side, goes around Bruner. Her first basket of the night. I said the post players haven't scored much, and on cue, there's a get basket, 47-20, 6:24 to go. Underneath, Bruner goes up strong, misses it, but is fouled. That'll be, I believe, on Kaylee Felker, or to be Scott City's third team foul of the quarter with 6:21 to go. And it is on Kaylee Felker, her third. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. It's a 30-second break with 6:21 to go. Scott City 47 and Coronado 20. Lady Beavers with some great defense here again tonight.
Fairly feed your.
basketball presented here.
Dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
BBN is supported by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, The Original Grande, Bullertson Family Dentistry, Volgamore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Wood River Energy, Scott Community Foundation, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services.
3 fouls on Scott City, and Bruner hits the free throw. She has 8, and it's 47-22. This one might be, the starters might be done for the night for Scott City, depending on how this fourth quarter goes. Some of them, I should say. 6:10 to go. Cheyenne Kramer goes left side to Chris Irvin, now to Trout. Nice dish. Fox cuts to the basket. She's been kind of the fourth quarter scorer in the last 2 games for Scott City. She has 4 in a row. 49-22, 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. Underneath the Bruner goes around Kramer, and they're going to get her with an offensive foul. They'll say she pushed off, and a great defensive effort that time underneath by the Beavers. Bruner's second foul, first of the fourth quarter. Coronado only has 7 fouls tonight. Scott City has them beat by quite a bit, but they also have them beat on the scoreboard by 27. 5:42 to go. Fox for 6 in a row. No, that time on the right baseline is not afraid to pull the trigger. Lukart grabs her first board of the night, and Coronado will throw it away for turnover number 25. 49-22, Lady Beavers in control here. And Coach Amy Felker sends 2 new sophomores to the scorer's table, making their debuts coming up here the next dead ball. 5:20 to go. Kramer the bullet pass. Chris Irvin for her first varsity 3 of her career off the rim. Rebound Cheyenne Kramer. Almost trying to, she throws it away, trying to get it to Cutter Irvin, but Scott City does commit the turnover. Here at that steal underneath, losing it, picking it up. Martinez goes up. She got fouled in 2 free throws here with 4:59 to go. Martinez, her first trip to the line. Cheyenne Kramer's second foul, already the 4th team foul of this period. 2 free throws for Bella Martinez. As I mentioned, Scott City will send 2 sophomores to the scorer's table. They're making their debut as Martinez hits the free throw, make it 49-23. Welcome to the big stage, Cammie Winderland, a 5'6" sophomore, and also welcome Valeria Castillo, a 5'5" sophomore. And Coach Amy Felker burns a full timeout with 4:59 to go. We'll take it as well. 49-23, Scott City will come back in 1 minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you one conversation at a time. They're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, they're here for you.
BBN is supported by Norder Supply, Lone Tree Farms, Pioneer Communications, Beaver Booster Club, White's Food Liner, Scott City Eye Center, Shells, Flowers, and more, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologists,
cookware and gifts for the kids. Why go out of town when you can get quality stocking stuffers at great prices? Don't forget that Giftologists can wrap your gift. The country oven baked goods are available daily. Ease the stress of Christmas shopping with a visit to Giftologists in Scott City and Leota.
A 26-point lead here. Another free throw coming. Coronado still perfect at the line. Martinez with 8, 49-24. All 4 of their points are from the line in the fourth quarter. 4:55 to go. Winderland with it. into Piper Fox. Goes left side to Carissa Irvin. Irvin now to Kaylee Felker. Goes right side, Winderland. Oh, they wanted her to shoot it, but she's quickly guarded. Irvin for a three this time. Yes! From downtown, Carissa Irvin, her first varsity three of her career. She has 5, 52-24, 4.5 to go. And now Coronado with an answer back three. Good, that's her first three of the night. Addison Elston quiets the crowd for the time being, 52-27, 4:24 to go. And now Valeria Castillo with the ball into Kaylee Felker. Irvin will drive right side. Bounce pass into Fox. Her shot is blocked that time. And the rebound to Coronado as we're near the midway mark of the fourth quarter. Up top with it is Bella Martinez. Now to Astoria Spradlin. 52-27, halfway through this fourth quarter. In it goes to Bruner. Triple teamed immediately. Another three up top, and that is good for Astoria Spradlin. 52-30. They've hit back-to-back threes with 3:48 to go. Left side it goes to Castillo. Up top to Winderland. Holds it. Goes right to Carissa Irvin. It's an all-sophomore lineup. In the Fox. She'll split the defenders. Goes up. Might have been partially blocked, but Felker with the follow-up. And she'll get that one to go in one. Kaylee Felker with 4. That's a new career high for her. She actually had 2 a year ago against Coronado for a career high. That's on Madeline Lucart, her team second of the fourth quarter. 54-30. 3:32 to go. Kenna White in to replace Bella Martinez. Free throw good for Kaylee Felker. Makes it 55-30. 3.5 remaining in this one. Here's another deep three. No. Rebound Felker. That's Kaylee Felker, her 4th rebound of the night for Scott City. 3:15 to work left side to Valeria. Now to Winderland. Holds it now back to Castillo into Piper Fox. Catches it, spin moves, goes to her right. She's got a new career high. She has 6. 57-30 with 3:05 to go. So Scott City's lead is at 27. Left wing to Astoria Spradlin. Back up top now to Madeline Lucart. Goes right. Scott City in a 2-3 zone. Floater right side. No. Rebound. Winderland with their first varsity rebound. 2:45 to go. Right side to Cami Winderland. Oh, shoot that. Piper Fox got it stripped, but picked up by Winderland. Castillo, she's going to drive in. Now that's Castillo from Irvin. Winderland back to Castillo. Here's Irvin left wing. Bounce pass into Fox. Goes up. She's fouled. That'll be the 3rd foul on Bruner. And the team's 3rd of the fourth quarter. 2:25 to go. So 2 free throws for Piper Fox. 1 of 2 at the line this year. Scott City 1 of 1 in the fourth quarter. Just 1 of 4 tonight. Garden City girls lead 35-6 over La Junta. And Fox with 7 as the bank is open late hours tonight. 58-30. 2:25 to go. Should be an entertaining boys game to follow. Oh, that one rims out. Rebound into Bruner and a whistle and a foul. And so Bruner will get 2 free throws on the other end here with 2:24 to go. At 58-30. So 4th foul on Kaylee Felker here with 2:24 left. And Bruner to the line for 2 free throws where she is 4 of 4 there, and she has 8 points. Her and Bella Martinez each with 8 tonight for Coronado. First to 2, good. The Cougars have not missed from the line tonight. They make it 58-31. 2:24 to go. Checking out was Madeline Lucart. Back in was Manier. Second free throw. They finally miss one, and Piper Fox collects her 4th board of the night. 2:18 to go. Now you got to look for 4 and 22 if you're Scott City Fox with it. Pivots now to Irvin. She'll try a 3. She'll be too strong on that rebound into the hands of Bruner. Tight ropes the sideline for a 6th board. 2 minutes in this one. Scott City's going to go to 2-1. Coronado will drop to 1-4. They'll play Altus, Oklahoma tomorrow afternoon. And driving in, and that's going to be a block on Fox, and she's in disbelief. And Bruner back to the line for 2. Fox's third foul, that's a fifth foul plus in the second or fourth quarter. Bruner back to the line where she has 9 points, 2, 2, 4 of 4, 5 of 6. And missed the second one in a row. They were 11 of 11, and now they're 12 of 14. And double figures for Bruner makes it 58-32 with 1:50 to go. And Coach Amy Felker is going to clear the last 2 off the bench. 2 freshmen will check in next dead ball. Here with 1:40 to go. Winderland for 2. Yes! Cammie Winderland, welcome to the varsity scorebook. 60-32 with 1:32 to go. That looked pure on that one. 1:25 to go, and losing the handle of it was Bruner, but kept alive. Scott City with it, or Coronado, excuse me, with it, saving the play. Here's Chris Irvin. Now you got to get it to Valeria Castillo. She does. She'll go up. No. Rebound. Irvin. Follow high off the glass. No. Castillo. Yes! Yeah, for 2, her first varsity points, and it's a 30-point game with 1:06 to go, 62-32. And she gets her first varsity rebound and her first varsity points.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Here. Boys game to follow here. It's cool to see the youngsters get in there. So now it's Krista Irvin, Peyton Gentry, Katie Weathers, Piper Fox, and Kaylee Felker here in this 55 seconds to go. Here's a straightaway 3 off to the right. Rebound, and Irvin, they're going to tie up, or correction, Fox, excuse me. And it'll be Scott City's ball. With 51.3 to go. Lady Beavers 2-1 on the year now. With La Junta coming tomorrow night. They've only scored 6 points in Garden City tonight. Here's Peyton Gentry into Weathers. Dribbles it around, goes to Chris Irvin. Now you got to go for Peyton Gentry and Katie Weathers. Peyton Gentry pulls up her jumper. Oh, a little too strong. Adrenaline won that one. And here's Coronado back the other way with 30 seconds to go. The Cougars will try to hold it out high, and I think they're just going to try to run the clock out if they can. 20 seconds ago, the subs are like, we want to have another opportunity to score. 18 seconds to work. Runner up. Bank too strong. Rebound. Katie Weathers, her first varsity rebound. As we're down to 10 seconds to go. Irvin. Here's Gentry driving in. Or correction, that is, yeah, Gentry, no. Rebound into the hands of Coronado with Edson. Or Elston with 3. And that's it. Scott City Lady Beavers with a 30-point victory tonight, 62-32. And folks, they've put up 60 points in 2 of their first 3 bowl games. This is a fun group to watch. You need to come out here and watch the doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. You also need to come out here for the boys game. That's coming up later on here. We'll come back in 3 minutes for your post-game show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
The Scott Recreation Commission invites you to come get fit in their fitness center.
I'm Sage Steckline.
And I'm Kalo Heineman.
We're back with another week of PBN News.
This week, Delaney will give us the latest on the new finals policy. Then we'll hear from Abby to learn more about FFA. Then Cameron will give us some insight on the start to wrestling season and provide a look into this weekend's weather. First is Delaney to break down the new finals policy.
The end of the fall semester is near, and students are expecting a new finals policy. The principal of Scott Community High School, Mr. Byer, provides more information on how finals will play out and why administration made the decision to change the finals policy.
I think it does. That way that there's an expectation, hey, we are taking the finals on this day. We had a huge issue with kids just not coming to school on that last day. We looked at attendance from the last day of those semesters when we had the fun days or tried to have, something planned that was fun, and we'd have hundreds of kids gone, and it was crazy. So, we decided, we need to eliminate that. It's obviously not working. It's not successful. The kids don't care if they're having a fun day or not. So we just changed the day that we had the finals, and added basically an extra day of instruction into the schedule by eliminating that day. Basically, and again, we didn't really change anything because students were taking the finals, the days before the last day of school. They were already taking them. We just changed the day that we did take them because of the numerous absences or the huge amount of absences on the last day of each semester, that we've seen the last 2 years.
Mr. Byer went on to explain the final schedule.
The new schedule, so on Monday, coming up, you'll have your odd hours. So what we'll do is you'll have first and third hour finals in the morning. Then we'll have a lunch from 11 to 12, which will be open. We're gonna try that. Now you have the option to stay here and eat if you want to. We'll have to get a head count and provide that, but you're also welcome to leave. We're gonna give that a try. If people ruin it, we definitely won't be able to go back to it, but we're going to give that a try, so that's something fun. And then fifth and seventh hour will be in the afternoon. So you'll have your finals in for the odd days, and then the even days will be on Tuesday, the same schedule.
To reward students for hard work throughout the semester, there are ways that they can opt out of their final exams.
So there's 3 criteria based on behavior, grades, and absences. First thing is behavior. So if you have OSS or ISS, that will automatically make you qualify to take all finals. So you don't get exempt from that if you have one of those. Grades, if you have a 95% or above, you can miss up to 5 days of school. And then 90%, 4 or less, 85%, 3 or less, 80%, 2 or less, 75%, 1 or less.
If you have any questions about your final schedule, contact your advisor or administration. Good luck to everyone on their finals. For BBN, I'm Delaney Hahn.
Now, let's hear from Cameron as he delivers all of the details from the wrestlers' hot start.
The wrestling team has gotten quite big over the years, with over 40 plus students involved. So I decided to talk to some members and staff about how they think the team will do this year.
At the beginning of the seasons, it's always hard to tell, but we do have a lot of returning guys that are supposed to be pretty well. And so hopefully we can really make a good push at state. I mean, we're going up against some good competition. When you're talking about Augusta's really good this year, Rose Hill, Andale. But it's not how you start the season; it's how you finish. And so hopefully we can get the ball rolling in the right direction and have a good season. So, oh man, it has gotten so much bigger than when I first got here. We were looking at 25 kids, or somewhere around that ballpark. Now we're looking at 30 plus boys and 18 girls, almost 20 girls, and the girls' sport really has taken off here. It's really awesome to see. I think it's really cool that they actually get to wrestle. They're girls instead of having to wrestle guys, and I think that's what really helped kind of take it off. But the program has grown tremendously, even in the last 5 years. So,
Coach Hayes seems to have a strong connection to the wrestling team, and the team thinks the team will do well. But what about the students?
This year's team, I think we could easily take our whole roster, which is 13 right now. But then we are out 1 because of a concussion. But I'm pretty positive we could take the whole team if we try really hard. So,
I think it's a lot of tough kids in there. I think we're gonna do good. I think all the varsity kids are gonna do really good too. There's one out for concussion. I think he can make his way back and do some good things for our team.
They also have an opinion on the new students joining.
The newer students, they're doing pretty well so far, but yet they still have a lot to learn. So it just takes time and effort. So we'll see how it goes from there.
I think it's a good thing that they're joining. They want to get in shape for a better sport, or they want to try a new sport like wrestling.
The students and coaches seem to have high expectations for the year, so let's cheer them on. For BBN, I'm Cameron LaPlante.
Thanks, Cameron.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of BBN News. For BBN, I'm Sage Steckline.
And I'm Kayla Heineman. Have a safe weekend and go Beavers.
First National Bank of Scott City. One of the few places left that you could call today and speak with a person and be greeted at the door with a friendly face. Come see us at First National Bank, where you will feel at home. Let us help you with your banking needs, whether it be setting up a checking account, savings account, CD, or getting a loan for that new vehicle or home you have been dreaming about. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back to the Scott Community Events Center. Adam Kadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Ian Burbins in Scott City and Leota.
Joining you with Coach Brian Gentry in the pregame. And, Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. A good 63-44 win last night over a Lamar team that was strictly nothing but threes for them. 36 of their 44 points came from behind the three-point arc. And they made a little run in the third quarter, took the lead. But then that was kind of the wake-up call, I guess you could say, for you guys, because you held them to 7 points after that.
Yeah, it was, and a lot of that was just based on our lack of defense. We kind of overextended ourselves and put ourselves in bad spots, gambling for steals, and the way they were shooting it was just something that we couldn't do. And it took us a while to really focus in and do our job. And once we did, they were limited in what they got, and we got out in transition. But, a team that makes 12 threes in a game, there's no reason you should be giving them, easier looks. So, just have to tighten that up a little bit and understand that we don't need to go for, unnecessary risks and gambling for steals and things like that. So I thought our guys, made the appropriate changes to the game, and we were off and running after that.
Well, offensively, I think it was one of your better offensive efforts I've seen in a long time, just because of the assists. He's had 22 assists on 26 field goals, and you've talked about it several times about how your team is unselfish, and that's the stats don't lie there.
Yeah, it is, and it was impressive. I knew we had a lot of assists. I did not know we had that many, and it's fun to watch. Anytime the ball has energy, it just allows players to be more ready. I mean, they know the ball might find them at any point in time, so they're ready to make a play. There was one possession we were so unselfish, we ended up turning it over. So you kind of scratch your head and laugh it off, but they did, and I thought we saw glimpses from Eloy and Alex, especially getting downhill and making good plays. But, Dylan Duff had 6 assists last night. He doesn't score, but it doesn't matter. He found other ways to, add value to our team. Sage ends up with 5 or 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 11 points, things like that. They really add up, and, all of our guys are trying to do everything that they can to add that value to our team, and it's fun to watch these guys. When they get out there and they really play in a rhythm, they're a fun group to watch.
Once again, it is Coach Brian Gentry here pregame. Scott City faces Coronado, a team that's around 500 on the year coming into tonight, and they had ended up being a blowout victory by 30 last night over La Junta, Colorado, team that you're going to be playing tomorrow. But today you focus on Coronado, and it's pretty much the same group of kids that you saw a year ago when you guys took care of them. And last year was a big blowout in that fourth quarter, but you look back, and this is a team they can kind of jump out of the gym.
Yeah, they're athletic. So we're going to have to be sharp as far as passing the ball, moving the ball. We've got to utilize fakes, get them up in the air, get them out of the passing lanes, and be solid right there. They're a good group. They've changed some things on offense. They kind of flow a little bit better, makes them a little bit more dangerous because of the kind of the free-flowing nature that is their offense. So we're going to have to be sharp. We cannot allow easy layups on back cuts. I mean, if we get up too high and gamble tonight, they are going to get layups at the rim or dunks. I think our guys will be a little bit more in tune defensively. I think they'll be a little bit more aware because, we've played these guys before. And so we've got to be locked in defensively. And then we got to keep, reality off the boards because he can really get up. And so if we keep him off the boards and then we continue to be smart with our shot selection, which I thought from game 1 to game 2 was improved immensely. Last night we shot 13 threes. We were 5 for 13. Looking back, we were like 21 for 35 from 2. And given it a game that was being, played the way that it was and Lamar shooting all those threes, it would be easy for high school kids to kind of fall into that trap and start shooting threes as well. And I thought our guys were really smart about their shots last night. So we've got to continue to put the ball in Jackson's hands or Sage's hands down low. And I think our guys realized it, a long time ago how difficult it is to guard Jackson down there and how much he can help us. And last night they did that, and they need to continue to do it. He's a handful down there. And giving him the ball down there, puts a lot of teams in bad situations to foul. We got to get the ball down there, and if he goes to work for us, it'll be difficult for those guys to guard him.
Should be a good one here tonight in the middle of this 3-game set of the Roundball Classic as Coach Brian Gentry joins me here pregame. And once again, thanks for the time, Coach, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver coach Brian Gentry. Pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bring you starters, keys to the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Let's go 2 minutes, please.
Well, we rent houses, big houses, little houses.
Okay, what else?
How much? Lots and lots.
2 minutes, please.
Adam, my grandma who started Pregame 35 years ago.
Wow, that was in 1987?
Yep, I wasn't even born then, and my mom Allie was just a little kid.
Now we know about Plain Jan.
35 years old? Wow, that's really old.
Attention Southwest Kansas, the best deal of the year is here. How would you like to save up to $500 with United? Now, for a limited time, United is giving you up to $500 back when you make the switch. With United, you get the best coverage, the best unlimited data, the best local customer service, and the best rates. Did we mention you can now get up to $500 back? It's the hottest deal of the year, and it's the best time to save. Don't miss out. Stop by United or visit getunited.com/500 back today. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
The Christmas Village is back in full display at Spud's Hunting and Fishing Supplies in Scott City. This year's village is back and is bigger and better than ever. While you're coming in to see the Christmas Village, check out the great gift items. Be the lineup of stocked ammo, hunting, and fishing supplies. Inside Spud's is a lasering service where they can laser about anything, including glass, wood, and metal. They also have custom-made signs on display throughout the store. Check out the Christmas Village and more inside Spud's Hunting Fishing Supplies, 323 South Main Street, Scott City. The village is open Thursdays 4 to 8, Saturdays 4 to 7, and Sundays 2 to 4.
Lewis Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
And welcome back here to Scott City as we're going to get comments from Coach Amy Felker and a 62-32 win. Congratulations, Coach. That was another dominating performance. That was a team that played their best basketball of the year last night in a 30-point win, and you guys just slowly pulled away throughout the night there, and you had to be pretty happy with back-to-back good defensive performances.
These girls are taking a lot of pride in their defense, and they put it on the line. These girls were physical. There were some elbows being thrown, and we got some black eyes and bloody lips and that kind of stuff, but we didn't back down. We could have easily backed down and said, well, I don't want to play this, and they didn't. They kept pushing hard and just did the little things right, helping defense, trying to help Megan on the inside, and it just worked. They're doing a great job.
It was a night where you knew it was going to be tough getting some points in the paint there, and I know Megan only had, I think, 1 or 2 shot attempts, but her primary thing was defense. And you had to think a little bit about how to change things up when Avery Lewis picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter, but I thought your team really adjusted with her out of the lineup and, next person in there. And that can be pretty tough, as well as Avery's played all year on defense.
Avery, she was playing their number 1 guard, and we knew we needed her on her. And when she came out, we were just like, okay, we have to make some adjustments. We had to move people around. And they're just like, and I was like, no, you can do this. And they stepped up to the challenge, and they worked hard, and everybody helps each other out.
Yes.
So they don't have all the pressure that I have to stop them by myself, because I know my teammates right behind me ready to help me out if I get beat one time.
Well, there's no question the second quarter was probably what set the tone for the rest of the night when you guys went on that 20-10 run.
We just made the right passes. The girls don't care who scores. They just want to get their teammate a good shot. They're out there to make their teammate look great, and that's what happened tonight. Their defense created some easy shots on the offensive end, and they're just so much of a great tight-knit team.
You mentioned that some players really got the ball into the hole again tonight. I think we're starting to see a player like Piper Fox start to blossom all of a sudden. She had 7, and Carissa finally got a couple baskets to go down for her first varsity points.
That sophomore group, the more they get the experience, they're just going to get more confidence every time. They really know how to play defense and how to work with each other. They're great teammates. They all are so physical. They're just going to get better. I'm super proud of their effort, especially when all the sophomores were on the court at the same time. That was fun for them.
Yeah, I got to mention also, Kaylee had a pretty nice night as well. 5 points for her. She had a new career high there, but you get Valeria Castillo in, you get Camby Wenderlin in, and they score points. They act like they've been in varsity before.
I know, and we kept we were getting them the shots, and they just had the confidence to shoot it. Sometimes those girls would be scared and like, I'm not shooting the ball. But they had the confidence of their teammates, and their teammates on the bench were yelling, shoot it, you can do it. So that just says, hey, I can do this. And, that made my heart really good when the bench is so excited for the sophomores and even the freshmen when they got on the court. They were cheering louder in the student section. So, I'm super proud of the whole entire team.
Are you starting to see maybe some depth starting to be built up on that bench, 6 through 9, 6 through 10, 11, down the line?
I'm definitely, liking that we can put, especially 9 deep. We can play 9 deep really well, and we're not going to lose ground, And so that's really exciting for me to see that if we do get in foul trouble or somebody's sick or something happens, that we have people that can step up. They're starting to gain a lot of confidence right now. So it's exciting to watch.
One more game this tournament or classic. It's really not a tournament, but you're 2-0 this week. Looking to go 3-0 tomorrow with La Junta coming to town.
That's the goal, so we'll be ready.
All right, well, congratulations on a great win for you guys tonight, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, Coach Amy Felker wrapping up the girls' portion of the broadcast. Lady Beavers, a 30-point victory tonight, 62-32. They'll take on La Junta, who fell to Garden City tonight, 46-10. We'll take a 1-minute break, and then we'll come back with our boys pregame and get you going here tonight for the boys' game. Scott City and Coronado should be a fun one in their 5th all-time meeting. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Nothing's better than homemade food. That's what you're going to get at Mom and Pop's Burger Stop, located in Scott City. What makes Mom and Pop's Burger Stop so good?
picking up a 65-34 win over La Junta last night. This is a team, stats are not available for them. A team that's, you're going to hear a lot of Reality Smith. He's a senior. He's been a player, it feels like forever. I think he's used up 5 or 6 years of high school eligibility. He's been that good over the few years that he's played Scott City. He had a big game last year against the Beavers at 14 points before going out with an injury after Scott City won 66-29. But he's going to be one of those. Bradley Moore, a senior, is another one. Lyric Smith, a sophomore. He's a pretty good sophomore. As this is going to be a pretty good challenge tonight for Scott City, trying to handle the athleticism of a Coronado Cougar squad. Scott City last night, I think, you know, the win was big, was scoring 63 points in a 63-44 win over Lamar. But probably the highlights had to be Scott City 23 assists on 26 field goals. Now that's called distribution and sharing the ball, you know, and kind of goes to that, not unselfishness. And you've heard Coach Gentry talked about it, and he just really enjoys this team this year so far. And this is a team that's been playing confident. They, you know, can cut down on maybe some of their overplays a little bit on defense. And success will happen. They really honed in on their defense after they trailed 37-36 in the third quarter last night, and they really did a good job in that after they trailed by 1 and rallied for that victory, 63-44. Lamar hit 12 threes. They only hit 3 2-point baskets and none after the first quarter. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that in a long time when you score 44 points in a game and only 6 of those come in 2-point field goal range. And all the student sections cleared. They want to get in the spirit line for the starting lineups. Here is Coronado averaging at around 40 points a game. Scott City at around 56.5. So we're about ready for starting lineups. And Coronado actually averages around 50.5 points a game. So let's get to your starting lineups. First for the Coronado Cougars, Cody Bernbach makes his home trip back to his native land, Garden City, his 4th season as head coach for the Cougars. He has Mark Felix, Rick Rinks, Chukwema Akor, and Daryl Duyema as his assistants. He will start off here tonight. Get to these here real quickly. Bradley Morrow, a senior. Reality Smith, a senior. Also, Jalen Jarbeau, a junior. I believe that's Seth Enoch, a senior. And I believe it's going to be Dylan Duyema, a senior as well for Coronado. For Scott City, it'll be coached by Brian Gentry in his 7th season, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. Dylan Duff, the 5'10 senior, averaging 1 point and 2.5 boards. 3.5 assists. Eli Ruelas, who had a career high 13 last night. He is a 5'10 junior, and 8.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, and also 2.5 steals. Alex Tarango, the 5'10 junior, 12 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. Sage Steckline, the 6'6 senior, at 13 points, 4.5 rebounds. And Jackson Rumford, the 6'5 junior, at 18.5 points and 9 rebounds a game. So once again, for Scott City, it'll be Dylan Duff, Eloy Ruelas, Sage Steckline, Dylan Duff, Eloy Ruelas, Sage Steckline, Alex Tarango, and Jackson Rumford. For Coronado, Bradley Morrow, Reality Smith, Jalen Jarbeau, Seth Enoch, and Dylan Duyema. Our officials, you have Jared Martin, Bobby Fossum, and Jarrett Rudy. Keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. We go to the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policy holders. I think keys for Scott City is they're going to have to kind of prepare for the backdoor cuts. Coronado likes to do backdoor cuts. They like to play off of ball screens, kind of more like a Princeton-style play. Second key, I think, for Scott City is just going to play disciplined defense. Scott City tonight in their home white uniforms with the light blue numbers and letters and the darker blue trim. Coronado in the road black uniforms. They got the Jumpman, the Jordan uniforms. The red numbers and letters since the gold trim. Jackson Rumford, Reality Smith, and Scott City is going to win the tap, and we're underway. The Beavers are going to move from left to right here in half number 1. Coronado picks up Scott City in a man defense. With it is Eloy Rillis, goes left to Alex Tarango. And trying to get it in a deck line, they do toward left over, right side to Duff. Right corner to Jackson Rumford for his first 3 make of the year. Yes! And there it is. Jackson Rumford with his first 3 of the year. 7:38 to go, first quarter. 3-0 Scott City. And a great start for the Beavers, who have been struggling from three-point range. Just 25% coming into tonight. Coronado's first possession. Reality Smith with its deck line has the duty of guarding him early on. Jalen Jarbeau now back out high is Druyema for an answer back 3 for the tie. No, rebound into the hands of Dylan Duff for Scott City. 3-0 Scott City. We've played nearly a minute. Up top to Steckline, into Rumford, catches it back his way, little hook shot, leaves it short, got his own rebound. Power dribble, splint, defenders, reverse layup. Oh, that one spins off. He used a little too much English on that one. And then last touch by Alex Tarango, and it'll belong to the Cougars. 6:59 here in the first. Scott City early on with a 3-0 lead as Coronado maybe wants to slow the pace down a little bit. This is their first true road game of the year. Their first 3 games, they were in the Coronado Cougar Classic at home, and then the neutral game win yesterday over La Junta. And those teams are about an hour and a half, 2 hours apart. Bradley Morrow with it out high, guarded by Ruelas. Up top right to Dylan Druyema. Druyema now Reality Smith underneath. Ball stripped out of there, but picked up by Morrow. Back out high. It goes to Druyema. Now here's Smith driving down the middle lane. Layup, no good. Rebound goes to Eloy Ruelas. Scott City wants to push the pace. Here's Alex Trango in transition lane. Shot too strong that time. The rebound to Druyema for Coronado. 6:10 to go first quarter. Scott City with a 3-0 lead off the Jackson Rumford 3. Scott City now 1 of 4 from the floor to begin this ball game. Coronado 0 for 2. With the right side, here's Jarbeau. Now ball knocked away. 5:54 to go here in the opening stanza. It'll be Coronado inbounding underneath their own basket. 3-0 Scott City. Inbounding it in, Jarbeau. We'll throw it up top to Reality Smith. Smith, clear out high. Now goes high left to Enoch, and now almost thrown away. Left side to Druyema, guarded by Rumford. Off the screen, out high. Here's Enoch with it, guarded by Alex Tarango. Reality Smith, about a 6'3" senior. Very flashy, but a good man. Now he gets a screen, goes to the right elbow, up top now to Jarbeau. Back to Smith. Good defense by Scott City. 5:25 to go first quarter. 3-0 Scott City. You know, Scott City student section really letting Coronado, or applauding the defensive effort, and then losing it out of bounds was Coronado for their first turnover. That time losing it, the dribble is Enoch, and it trickles out of bounds. He thought it was poked away, but there in the Scott City student section kind of start cheering a little bit. That's when maybe the pressure maybe turned up a little bit. Here's Scott City with it up 3. 5:13 to go. Tarango with it, gets a screen now to Eloy Rillis. Left corner, here's Duff. Can he hit his first 3 of the year? Rainbow shot, no. Backside rebound, Jarbeau. Here comes Coronado wanting to push it with Enoch. He'll take it all the way. He'll lay it up and score it. Enoch with the basket, 3-2 Scott City. 4:57 to go first quarter as Coronado applied some full court pressure, and then they tried to save it in play, and a nice bounce pass by Reality Smith right to the official, Jared Martin. That was great reflexes there by Martin. 4:53 now in the first. (3-2) Scott City up by 1 with the ball. Right corner to Jackson Rumford in his deck line, trying to go backdoor feed. Here's Rumford. Oh, he walked with it, and that'll be Scott City's first turnover. With 4:45 to work first period, Coronado looking for their first lead of the night. 3-2 your score. Great crowd on hand tonight here for Friday night basketball. Into the front court to be Enoch. He'll take it right to left. Guarded by Alex Tarango. Try to go around him, and now goes to Druyema. Druyema guarded by Rumford up top to Reality Smith. Smith looking to drive, and he travels with it, and an unforced error. Turnover number 2. with 4:30 to go first quarter. Scott City 3, Coronado 2. The Beavers haven't scored in 3 minutes, but it took about 3 minutes for Coronado to score their first points of the night. Here comes Ruelas into the front court, fakes the pass, right goes left. Up top to Duff, back to Ruelas, looking to penetrate. Now into the foul line to Seckline. Back up top to Ruelas. He'll drive in. His scoop shot, it crawls in for 2. His first basket, 5-2. 5-2 for the Beavers near the midway point of the first period. So a nice answer for the Beavers. Ruelas with his first basket of the night. Jarbeau with it. Now they go up top around a screen with Enoch. Enoch goes right out high to Reality Smith. Smith will put on the 4 once. Needs to find a cutter. Finds it up top to Enoch with 3:45 to go first quarter. Coronado to sub in the first player. Next, dead ball. Left wing to Morrow. Scott City will bring in the first sub here. It's driving in. Reality Smith, the runner short in the paint. Rebound, Jackson Rumford with it. His second rebound of the night. 3.5 to go first quarter. Stop and pop triple for Rumford. Inbound in as Coronado will pick up Scott City. Little man pressure in the backcourt. 2:56 to go. Now to Alex Trango. Finds the cutter. Sage Steckline almost walked with it. Now up top it goes to Jackson Rumford. Rumford uses up one dribble. Finds a bounce pass left to Alex Tarango. Back up top to Ruelas. He'll try a triple. He'll be short on it. The rebound backside. Brooks Bailey in the left corner for Scott City. And then they'll knock it out of bounds here with 2:38 to go first quarter. Scott City really doing a good job on the glass, out rebounding Coronado 6-2 here in this early going. Ruelas with it out high right. He has 2, Scott City's 5. Low scoring affair here in this first period. Filling out process here. Bailey looking for Steckline in the short corner left. Nice cut, Rumford, power dribble, and he's going to be drawing the foul. That's the first foul of the ball game. It's been pretty cleanly played so far in this first quarter. Comes with 2:22 to go first quarter. The foul on Dylan Duyema, that's his first. That's the first team foul of the quarter. Scott City to trigger it in underneath their own basket, leading by 3 at 5-2. Here's Ruelas up top to Brooks Bailey. Almost did not pick up the pass. Now to Ruelas left side entry feed and run for backing his way in. Hits the deck, and that'll be a turnover number 3 on Scott City as he slipped as he's trying to back his way in. 2:08 to go first quarter. And now Reality Smith up top to Jarbeau. 5-2 Scott City lead. We played 6 minutes. Driving down the middle lane, layup good. Basket by Jarbeau makes it 5-4 with 1:54 to go here in the opening quarter. Ends a nearly 3-minute drought for Coronado. Points have been at a minimum here in this first quarter in the Steckline. Now right corner, here's Ruelas open for 3. He'll get that one to rim off. Reality Smith with the board, and Coronado looking for the first lead of the night. Scott City's getting some good looks. Smith with it left wing to Jarbeau. Back up top to Smith with 1:30 to go first quarter. 5-4 Scott City lead, Coronado with the ball. This game was really not much of a matchup a year ago. Beavers pulled away in the fourth quarter to take a 66-29 win. It's definitely not going to be one of those type of games tonight. Smith bulls his way in, and that's going to be, they're going to get a push. And they're going to give him 2 free throws on that. I think they're going to get the bump that time by Alex Tarango and not Eloy Ruelas taking the charge. Reality Smith to the line, looking for his first points of the night. With 1:16 to go first quarter, 5-4 Coronado with the deficit at the line. Free throw for the tie, and our first tie of the night. So back-to-back possessions Coronado has scored. The Beavers will bring back in Dylan Duff and also in Coy Vance for the first time. As Sage Steckline and also Eloy Ruelas exits. Coronado also with a sub as Reality Smith free throws give Coronado their first lead of the night, 6-5. They've scored the last 4 in the last few seconds. Duffin now goes to Rumford from Brooks Bailey. Final minute 5 of this first quarter. Bailey with it up top. Now goes to Rumford. 6-5 Coronado with the lead. Scott City's been scoreless over the last 3 minutes. Now Brooks Bailey pump fakes on the 3. Up top to Duff. Into Coy Vance inside the foul line. His pass is deflected and a turnover number 4. 45 seconds to go first quarter. Coronado will just probably go for the final shot in a 6-5 lead. Now Reality Smith will run the offense out top. It goes to Lyric Smith. The two brothers there. 25 seconds to go first quarter. Jarboe with it. Coronado scored the last 4. That ball almost knocked off of the leg of Jarboe by Duff. It'll still stay Cougar ball with 21.4 to go first quarter. Beavers still without Camden Volgamore and Avery Knoll. Do not know their timetable to return. 20 seconds here in the period. Enoch with it up top. Braley trying to guard him. Scott City and Coronado both with just 1 foul in the quarter. So you got some fouls to give. And now driving in, here's Enoch. His floater's up, but you don't want to give up a shooting foul, and they did just that. Second team foul on Scott City. The 7.4 to go first quarter. That foul on Coy Vance is first. So back to the line goes Enoch. He has 2 points. First to 2 here for Enoch. At the line, they're a perfect 3 for 3, and they're on a 5-0 run to go up 7-5 with 7.4 to go first quarter. Second charity shot is nothing but net as well, and 8-5, Coronado with the lead. 5 seconds and almost a steal, and it's going to be by Reality Smith. Stepped in front of the pass. He'll fire a 3 off to the right. The tip-up is going to be waved off. They're going to wave it off. Coronado wanted it tipped up and in by Lyric Smith. They're going to say no, and the Beavers dodge one there. 8-5, Coronado with a 3-point lead over Scott City as we head to the second. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and part staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides new and used vehicles. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Score for the final 4:06 of the first quarter. The Cougars, so the last 4 points from the foul line, and they have the ball to begin the second quarter. Seth Enoch had 4. Reality Smith with 2, and 2 for Jalen Jarboe for Coronado. Scott City had 3 from Jackson Rumford and 2 from Eloy Ruelas. Underneath, shot blocked by Ruelas on Lyric Smith, but he gets his own rebound and follows it up, and it's an 8-0 run. 10-5 with 7:42 to go first half. It was good defensive effort there, but Scott City could not get the board. Eloy Ruelas into Sage Steckline. Now right corner to Ruelas. Trying to drive the baseline is cut off, and now goes to Steckline. Rumford posting up. Backs his way in. Now kicks it to Tarango. Left elbow jumper off to the left. And cold shooting woes continue, and then stolen away almost, but picked up, though, by the Cougars. Scott City on a 4 minutes, make it a 5-minute scoring drought. Last day to belong to Coronado. They've got some good shots, but haven't been able to finish, trailing 10-5 first minute of the second quarter. Up top now driving right side, here's Duyema. He'll drive around, run for to miss it, but Eloy Ruelas right there from behind to grab the rebound. Scott City with the ball down 5. First minute of the second quarter, trying to snap a 5-minute scoring drought. Tarango with it, goes right. He'll pull up, pump fake, needs help, finds Sage Steckline. Now left corner to Eloy Ruelas. Here's a 3. Can they get in there? No. Gosh, man, Scott City cannot buy a basket. That was a good look as Lyric Smith grabs the board for Coronado. Scott City down 10-5. They're on a 5.5-minute scoring drought. They've had some good looks. Backdoor cut, defended nicely by Scott City, and then Coronado last to touch it. That'll be their 4th turnover. Well, Scott City is going to need to start getting some of these shots to go down here. Shot it pretty well last night. They're 44% through the first 2 games, but right now 2 of 13 or 2 of 12, and they get a basket underneath. And it's first two there, 10-7, 6:05 to go second period. The Beavers finally in their scoring drought. Two minutes into this second quarter, it's 10-7 for the Coronado Cougars. That ends their 8-0 run after that Scott City basket. Here's a three right corner air ball. Lyric Smith goes over the top of Duff, can't get it to go. And the rebound goes to Scott City into the hands of Eloy Ruelas. Here with 5:33 to go second quarter. Scott City down by 3 with the ball. Underneath now, here's Steckline steps back. Up top, it'll go underneath, and the basket is good for Tarango. His first basket, 4 in a row for Scott City, and they're within 10-9 with 5:14 to go first half. So Scott City with back-to-back baskets on a 4-0 run, and they're back to within 1. Starting to get a little warm here from the floor. 5 minutes to go, and we're going to get a travel. So Tarango with 4 in a row for Scott City, and that'll be a turnover on Coronado. That'll be their 5th of the half. And so Scott City back to within 1 with a chance to retake the lead. In there momentarily was John Corbett, a sophomore for Coronado, probably about a 6'5" kid. As the Beavers looking out to their 4-0 run, all by Alex Tarango. 4:55 to work first half, 10-9 your score. Right side to Steckline into Rumford toward the block. Now back his way, a nice dish. Here's Tarango over Reality Smith, no, and Coronado with the backside board with Morrow. Had a good look, did Tarango, but just could not finish, maybe forced it to, or rushed it a little bit too much. 10-9 Cougars lead with the ball, 4:35 to go first half. Reality Smith with it up top now to Duyema. Duyema will put it on the floor, looking for that backdoor cut, but defended well by Scott City Morrow with it up top. Goes around the perimeter left side. Here's Lyric Smith, and now to Duyema. Facing up as Jarbeau. Puts it on the floor over Sage Steckline, short. Rebound Ruelas with his 3rd board of the half, and then stolen away. And we're going to get a foul after Coronado stole it and then committed the foul. Sage Steckline is first. First team foul the second quarter. Smith with his 3rd board, and Coronado will keep it. And get it in. Pump fake. Here's Reality Smith off the glass. No, and 2 free throws. Smith will head to the line for 2, and Steckline with back-to-back fouls in a matter of a couple of seconds. Already 2 fouls in the quarter. Coronado's only committed 1 foul in this game, but the Cougars are 4-4 from the line, and they have taken it right to the Beavers here in this first half. And that Reality Smith free throw clanks off. Brooks Bailey in for Duff. And back in for Coronado will be Braden Taylor, actually in for the first time, a sophomore. Second free throw. No. Rebound. Full line jumper for Rumford for 2. It's good. It's now 11-10 Scott City with 3:50.
That's all I said. Okay, thank you for letting me know.
3:43 to go first half. So Jackson Rumford 6-0 run here for Scott City now. 3:35 to work first half. As we're here on KSKL Scott City. Reality Smith with it now goes left over to that is Braden Taylor Smith. 3:18 to go second quarter. Duyema now goes to Braden Taylor. Taylor with it. And now Taylor goes right side to Reality Smith. Smith with just 2 points. Scott City's really done a good job of holding him in check. 3 minutes to go second quarter. Driving in, pulling up at the paint. Jumper crawls off to the right. And the rebound tipped it into the hands of Reality Smith. And a whistle, and he's going to be called for the walk and the 6th Coronado turnover. Coy Vance in for Sage Steckline, and Seth Enoch in for Braden Taylor. Good effort by the Beavers that time as they have held Coronado without any points here for over 4 minutes. 6-0 Scott City run. They're back on top 11-10. Rumford finds Coy Vance down in the front court, and he's going to be called for an unforced turnover. Scott City's first turnover of the second quarter. They have 6 in the half with 2:46 to go. So with it in the front court goes to Enoch. And now to Dylan Duyema. 2:33 to go. Up top to Enoch. Enoch up top. And now Bradley Morrow with it, goes high right to Reality Smith. Smith with the dribbles between the legs. Goes to the elbow left to Jalen Jarbeau. Up top, Smith open for three. Off the back iron, the rebound into the hands of Duyema over Bailey, then stolen away. 7th turnover. With 2:04 to go first half. With it now is Tarango. Scott City with a 6-0 run here. They haven't scored in about 2 minutes, but they have an 11-10 lead. Coronado has not scored in 5 minutes, and Brian Gentry will take a full timeout, as we'll take it as well with 1:54 to go. Second quarter, 11-10 Scott City. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
The dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting our customers in achieving maximum net return per acre. That is how we define our success. Through unparalleled agronomic advice and best-in-class customer service, you can depend on us to do what is best for your operation. Ask them today about their spot-on service and how it can fill your needs. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
And the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
So Scott City on a 6-0 run here. They haven't scored in 2 minutes out of the Beaver timeout. They lead at 11-10 with a minute 48 to go first half. Tarango out high right into Rumford. Right corner to Coy Vance. Turns down the possible jumper. Now back up top to Tarango. Avoids a 5 count. Gets it out to Eloy Ruelas. Ruelas between legs. Tarango will spot up for a triple. No, rebound. Last touch, they'll say, by Scott City. And it'll belong to the Coronado Cougars. The Beavers have only hit 1 3. They have not been to the foul line. In fact, Coronado only has 1 foul in this first half with 1:31 to go. And Coronado has not scored in 5.5 minutes with the ball back down 1. 11-10. Here's Reality Smith guarded by Rumford. Now up top, here's Smith. Drives right side. Loses the handle, almost a walk. Minute 15 to go first half, and up top to Jarbeau. Jarbeau trying to shake Rumford. And now to Enoch. Goes right side over to Duyema. Stop with it now is Enoch. Good defense by Brendan Bailey. Final minute of this first half. Scott City's been called for 4 fouls in this game. Coronado just 1. And now driving in, and here's a layup. And that's going to be a charge taken by Eloy Ruelas. He was leaning back a little bit, but the official bought the sell. And the foul on Jarbeau, his first, just the first foul in the quarter. Turnover on Coronado, and their drought extends to 6 minutes with 56.6 as they go to a full court press. 11-10 your score. Scott City up by 1. We've been stuck here for 3 minutes. Tarango into the front court. There were 48 seconds and a bad pass and a turnover. Turnover number 7. Great play by Smith, and then there'll be a whistle and a holding foul. And that was really not a bad foul for Tarango, other than the fact that was his 2nd and the team's 5th. And Dylan Duff is going to check in for him. 3rd team foul on Scott City this period. And Tarango will have to exit with 2 fouls. So he and Sage Steckline each with 2 fouls. Still 11-10 with 44.1 to go second quarter. Here's Reality Smith with it, trying to drive in on Rumford, backing his way, goes to his left, hangs, finger roll, layup, lifts it short. Rumford tips it around, but right into the hands of Morrow, who puts it up. No, and the rebound loose. Coronado tips it back out. Man, they just cannot get the rebounds, and that'll be a foul on Duff, and Smith to the line for 2 with 28.6 to go first half. Coronado with 3 offensive rebounds. I actually just call it a foul on the floor, I beg your pardon. The foul on Duff is first. That's the final foul to give for Scott City with 28.6 to go second quarter. They'll lob it in, intercepted by Rumford. Coronado with a turnover, their 9th of the half. 3-on-3 numbers, right baseline. Here's Eloy Rillis backing his way in, finds Rumford for spotting up for a 3. Owen crawls off, and the rebound goes to Duyema for Coronado. Boy, he had a good look at it there with 13 seconds to go before halftime. 11-10 your score in this defensive slugfest, cold shooting performance. Here's Reality Smith, pulls up nice, hanging, shooting, bank shot, no good, too strong rebound. Here's a 3/4 court shot. It's got a chance, but it's wide right, and that's halftime. Coronado does not score for the final 7:02. Scott City does not score for the final 3:49, and it's 11-10. Scott City up by 1 at the break. We'll come back first half stats after this 3-minute timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team at Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you.
BBN is brought to you by HRC Feed Yards, J&R, Next Tech Wireless, Red Barn Enterprises, S&T Communications, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank, Turner Sheet Metal,
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
Transform your farm's future with premium hybrids, robust data, and unparalleled expertise from Axis Seed Red Barn. We partner with you to customize a plan featuring industry-leading seed that matches your unique soil and growing conditions, helping you to farm differently and making your operation more profitable. Contact us at www.redbarn.ag to gain access to premium seed proven to outperform. And go Beavers!
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Halftime show once again presented by Precision Ag and Seed. Adam Cadavy with you here as Scott City and Coronado in a low scoring affair here at the break. Both teams struggling shooting here in this first half. It's been a grind out. 11-10 Scott City with the lead here. As 1 point lead here at the break. It was 8-5 for Coronado in the first quarter. They went on an 8-0 run in about, let's see here, about a 6-minute stretch. Scott City did not score for quite a while in that first half. And then they went on a 6-0 run in about a 2-minute stretch, and they did not score for the final 3:49 of the second quarter. As the Beavers with a 1 point lead at 11-10. So both teams struggling shooting here in this first half. Scoring for the Coronado Cougars, it was Seth Enoch with 4. And then 3 others with 2 points. Reality Smith, also Lyric Smith, and also 2 for Jalen Jarbeau. Coronado had about 9 turnovers. They had 6 steals. They had a total of 2, 7, 9, 10, about 14 rebounds in that opening half. For the Scott City Beavers, leading the way was Jackson Rumford with 5, Alex Tarango with 4, and 2 for Eloy Ruelas. That was your scoring in the first half. As the Beavers did find some foul trouble. Sage Steckline, Alex Tarango with 2. Coronado only had 2 fouls total in the first half. Scott City had they had a total of 6 in that first half. But the Beavers did have about a total of 7 turnovers, 2 steals, a total of 1, 3, 4, 7, 8 rebounds in that first half. They were out-rebounded in the first half by Coronado. We'll take about a 3-minute break, come back with some more. Actually, let's take a 2-minute break for now. Come back with the rest of your first half stats. Beavers up by 1 at the break, 11-10. Back in 2 minutes, this is Beaver basketball.
When it comes to insurance, you don't want anyone setting you up with a policy that just sounds good. That's why Darren and Michelle at Platinum H Insurance are there for you. Platinum H Insurance carries a complete line of insurance, including crop, farm, home, and auto. They write for well-respected companies such as NAU Country and Farmers Mutual Hail Insurance. To see what Platinum H Insurance can do for you, call 872-7222 or stop by their office at 321 West 5th Street in Scott City. This agency is an equal opportunity provider.
Dr. Yeager with ProHealth Chiropractic Office, what do you strive for with your patients?
Our goal, our vision, our desire is to help our communities be healthier and be able to provide that quality of health, not just for today, but I'd like to sit across the table from patients in years to come and realize we've made a difference in their life.
How do we get a hold of you?
271-0243 in Garden City. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we're not here just to sell you seed. We're here to help you tackle the challenges you face in your fields by helping you farm differently. Our customized cropping plans and local support will guide you from planning your next crop to watching the results roll across the scale. If you're looking to increase production, grow your farm, and leave a legacy for the next generation, contact us at www.redbarn.ag. And go Beavers!
Scott County Hospital is a highly trained team of motivated and compassionate professionals serving the needs of their community, offering a wide variety of services such as tubals, BioT hormone therapy, sleep disorders center, a variety of therapy services, including TMJ and pelvic floor therapy. Their specialty clinic has over 20 specialists and offers state-of-the-art equipment with 3D mammography and a brand new MRI suite. All this is located close to home in Scott City. Scott County Hospital, with quick scheduling and friendly hometown service. To schedule or for questions, call 620-872-5811.
Back here in Scott Community Events Center here at halftime, 11-10 your score here for Coronado or Scott City over Coronado in this first half here. For the stats here in this first half, some other ones. Coronado just struggling from the floor at just 3 of 13 here. Let's get that here. That's 13 for 23%. 5 for 22, your score for 23%. So both teams shooting 23%. We're going to take a 1-minute break and come back with your second half. Lady Beaver or Beaver boys up by 1 at the break. This is Scott City basketball.
Miller Veterinary. service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results.
Richards Financial Services at 106 East 6th Street in Scott City is once again pleased to be a Booster Club sponsor for the Scott Community High School Beavers and a proud sponsor of Beaver Sports on KSKL. We are looking forward to another exciting and spirit-filled year of sports, academics, and activities in Beaver Nation. Looking for a fresh start?
Hey, go ahead and bring it back here.
We at Security State Bank want to help you with all the...
Set to begin here. It'll be Scott City basketball at 11-10 with Alex Tarango, also Eloy Ruelas, Sage Steckline, and into Jackson run for left block. Pump fake, wrap around. Here's Tarango. Ruelas for a triple. Short. Rebound, Sage Steckline. Looking to drive in. Somehow gets it to Ruelas. He'll be cut off. And Scott City with another possession here. Their cold shooting continues. Ruelas once again. No, but Jackson Rumford with another opportunity. He'll try to drive in. Tarango in the paint. Puts it in for point blank. And it's an 8-0 run, 13-10, 30 seconds into this second half, excuse me. So Scott City is back up 3 here. Left corner, here's Coronado's first possession with Jalen Jarbeau, Seth Enoch, also Dylan Duyema, Bradley Morrow, and Reality Smith, and Scott City forces Coronado into their 10th turnover. Here's Sage Steckline, and they're going to call a charge on that one, as did not jump stop, and that taking the charge that time was Morrow, and Scott City's foul trouble with Steckline continues. He now has 3 here in the first minute of this third quarter. So turnover on the Beavers. First minute of this second half. Reality Smith with it. And now right side to Bradley Morrow. To the right elbow to Dylan Duyema. And now left side up top to Enoch here with 6:42 to go third quarter. Scott City with a 13-10 lead. That matches their largest lead at 3. Enoch, and now left side, or up top to Duyema, goes high right to Bradley Morrow to Reality Smith. Smith driving in on Steckline, who has to be careful with 3 fouls, almost a push. Here's the left corner 3 for the tie. No, rebound Jackson Rumford for Scott City. Cody Bernbeck wanted the foul call on that. But Scott City dodges a bullet there, and they lead by 3 here with 6:15 to go third quarter at 13-10. Into Rumford to the right block. Power dribble goes up, puts it up, can't get it to go. Couldn't quite get his own rebound. And then Reality Smith last to touch it out of bounds. It's been a tough sledding shooting for both nights. They've had some good shots, but none of them have hardly dropped in all night. Here's Duff with it, gets it to Rumford, catches it. Wanted to drive in, back to Duff, left wing, now short corner. Nice give. Here's layup. Good for Jackson Rumford. Great ball movement, the best all 9. It's 15-10 with 5:55 to go third quarter. Scott City now with the last 10 of the ball game. Coronado has not scored in the last 9 minutes. They go right side. Here's Jarbeau driving in, puts it up and one. 5:44 to go third quarter, 15-12. Scott City's lead back down to 3. Second foul in the quarter on Scott City. And Coach Cody Birdmack is going to call a time as the foul is going to be on Dylan Duff, his second. We'll take a 30-second, or we'll keep it right here, I beg your pardon here, with 5:44 to go here in the third quarter. It is 15-12 here as basketball once again brought to you by our great Booster Club corporate sponsors. Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Jan's Platinum H Insurance, Pokey Feeders, Precision Ag and Seed, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Richards Financial Services, Road and Meat Green Agency, Roto Mix, also Scott City Eye Center, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott Co-op Association, Scott County Abstract and Title Company, Scott County Hospital, also Scott County Records, Scott Pro and Security, State Bank. But the Beavers lead is at 3, and already 2 fouls on Scott City in this third quarter. The Beavers are having a whale of a time trying to draw a foul. Jarbeau with their first basket since the 7:02 mark of the second quarter. You have to go 9 minutes and 18 seconds. Scott City scores only 10 points in that stretch. Beavers hanging on to a 3-point lead here. And now a 2-point lead is Coronado 5 of 7 from the line. Scott City is yet to attempt a free throw. Jarbeau with 5. He now has a team high. It's 15-13. They have not hit a 3 tonight. In a way, that's a 3-pointer in their eyes, the way this is going now. Bailey, right corner to Eloy Ruelas. Up top to Duff. Left side, here's Alex Trango, wants to drive left side. He'll pull up for the left baseline jumper. Short rebound, Coronado with it. Then they lose it. And then that was last touch, they'll say, by Tarango. Ooh, right in front of the official, they'll say it'll be Coronado basketball. Man, they've had some good looks. Both teams have tonight. 15-13, Reality Smith, the inbounded in, does so in the backcourt to Enoch. With it in the front court left, Enoch, and now goes to Duyema, and they're working around the right side to Reality Smith underneath, cutting to the basket. Duyema, he's triple team, puts up a tough shot. No, got his own rebound, and he's stripped going up. He's going to have 2 free throws. When in the world is Coronado going to get called for a foul? They've only been called for 2 fouls tonight. Scott City with their 3rd foul this quarter. But that was a pretty reasonable foul on Rumford. That'll be his first, but 2 free throws for Coronado. Scott City is yet to be at the foul line. That free throw is good, and Coronado is remaining pretty solid at the line. Now 6 of 8, and they have pulled to within 15-14. 5:04 to go, 3rd quarter. They have the last 4 in the game. And we are not tied yet for the second time. That second free throw misses. Bailey with the board. Scott City hanging on to 1-point lead. Duyema with his first point of the night. 4:55 to go, 3rd quarter. Scott City yet to force a foul here. Now spin move, hanging, shooting. There's a foul. And maybe a little bit of a Bronx cheer from the Scott City crowd. The foul will be charged to Duyema. That's his second. He has 2 of their 3 fouls in the ball game. And Scott City, 19 minutes and 11 seconds into the game, will shoot their first free throws of the night. Rumford, who struggled this year at the line, switches home the first to make it 16-14. With 4:49 to go, Lyric Smith, the sophomore, in to replace Bradley Morrow. Second free throw also good, and it makes it 17-14. So Rumford with 9 tonight, 9 of Scott City's 17 points in this defensive battle. Almost a steal by Eloy Ruelas. He does rip it away, flips it to Alex Tarango. Tarango's going to go in and finger all the way up, miss it, but Duff right there to rebound it. Then back to Tarango. Scott City resets. 4.5 to go, 3rd quarter. Up top to Alex Tarango. 17-14 Scott City lead. With it, and now Tarango left corner. Here's Eloy Ruelas. Nice wraparound fast, and he gets a foul on Coronado. And they have doubled up their foul total here in this 3rd quarter from what they had in the first half. They're going to get Dylan Duyema with his 3rd. With 4:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Second team foul this period. And that will be Duyema in as John Corbett, the sophomore. This is a team that's relied a lot on seniors and even some sophomores. They only have 1 junior that plays. And now into Rumford, catches that little hook shot in the paint. He's got it. He has 5 in the quarter, and make that 6 in the quarter, 11 for the game. 19-14 matches their largest lead as we near the midway mark of this 3rd stanza. So Scott City's matched 4 in a row with the 4-0 run by Coronado. Left side, here's Reality Smith, and a nice strong move. His first field goal coming at the 3:55 mark of the 3rd quarter, 19-16. Now Jackson Rumford in the front court for Scott City as they lead by 3 here. 3:45 to go, 3rd. Eloy Ruelas up top with it, trying to direct traffic, goes right side. Over to Alex Tarango, back to Ruelas. Now left side, here's Duff. Pump fake. Brooks Bailey with it. Back to Duff. He'll try a 3. It's on target. Oh, a little strong. Tried to follow up his own rebound. Reality Smith rips it away for Coronado. Here come the Cougars down the court. Smith underneath, and a reverse layup is high off the glass and down. Enoch with the basket. 19-18, 3:22 to go, 3rd quarter. Man, and the shooting struggles continue for both sides here with 3:22 to go, 3rd quarter. The Cougars burn their 2nd time out of the period, and it's 19-18 Scott City. Basketball also presented here by Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Stevens Veterinary Services, Taco Grande, also Trophy Wine and Spirits, Turner Sheet Metal, Vogelmore Family Farms, Western Kansas And Insurance Services, Western State Bank, Wheatland Electric, White's Food Liner, Wilkins Physical Therapy, and Winterland Farms. So Scott City saw Coronado here just in a matter of 30 seconds with another 4-0 run. We've had 4-0 run after 4-0 run. Both teams with 2 4-0 runs in this third quarter. Both teams with 8 points. It's 19-18. Coronado applied some pressure out of the timeout. Full court, 1-3-1. Scott City. Oh, bad pass and a turnover. Here's Reality Smith driving in high off the glass, and they have a 6-0 run, and they're back on top, 20-19. 3:06 to go third quarter. Off of Scott City's 10th turnover of the night and their 11th turnover. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers. Coronado with their second lead of the night, their first lead since 10-9 in the second quarter. They lead at 20-19 with 2:50 to work third quarter. These two teams, fifth meeting all time. Both have won 2 games in the series. Smith trying to drive in, almost walked with a good defense. A reverse layup. Oh, what a tough shot. And Smith coming alive. He has 6 in the quarter in an 8-0 run. 22-19, 2:38 to go third quarter. Sage Steckline to check in next dead ball. Here's Dylan Duff in the front court now to Eloy Ruelas. In the paint to Brooks Bailey. Goes right corner to Duff. Out high to Ruelas. Pump fakes on the 3. Drives in. Nice dish to run for power dribble. Goes up and scores it. He has 6 in the, make that 8 in the quarter, 13 for the game, 22-21, 2:18 to go third quarter, and that'll end the Coronado 8-0 run. A much needed basket for the Beavers. And it's both offenses starting to come to life here in this third quarter. A nice strong move, and a layup is good on the other end by Enoch. He has 4 in the period, 8 for the game, 24-21, 2:02 to go third quarter. Scott City losing a little bit of their discipline on the defensive end, and a pass deflected but picked back up by Duff. Up top to Tarango. Underneath, thrown away. Scott City not making very good passes here as of late here in this third quarter. And Coronado's on a 10-2 run to take a 24-21 lead, minute 40 to go third quarter. Up top goes to Lyric Smith, and now to Reality Smith. Back he goes to Reality, up top to Lyric. Minute 30 to go third stanza, excuse me. Coronado lead is at 24-21. They're on a 10-2 run over the last 2 minutes, and they're going to take the air out of the ball with a minute 18 to go third quarter. Here's Smith guarded by Rumford, drives right side, pulls up, ball deflected by Rumford. It'll be last touch by him as Sage Steckline has to re-enter the game to replace Dylan Duff, and Scott City goes a little bigger here with a minute 11 to go third quarter. Both teams have gone about 2 to 3 deep off their bench here tonight. Backdoor feed and a reverse layup. Oh my goodness. That is not a great call by all means. They're going to get Jackson Rumford with his second, 4th team foul. And that puts Coronado back to the line with Enoch, who's 2 for 2 from the line. And they're looking to add to their 10-2 run. 4th team foul in Scott City this quarter, just 2 for Coronado. And the free throw was good to make it 25-21. To me, it just looked like Enoch, when he laid it up unbalanced, just hit the deck more than there was really any contact. And in for the first time is Colin Wolf, a sophomore. Second free throw short, rebound Sage Steckline for Scott City. Enoch hits 1 out of 2. The Beavers need to take better care of the ball. They're down 4, final minute of this third quarter. They try to get it in a triangle and help defense, and another bad pass and a turnover. That's kind of where you need to go for the fake and then execute the pass. Coronado's help defense has been good here as of late in this third quarter. 40 seconds to go. They lead it by 4 here in the third, 25-21. They're on a 15-10 run now in this third period, and they're going to go for the final shot. And also with the possession hour in their favor, that is huge as well with 28 seconds. Official signaling separate. And now they have a 5 count. Here's Reality Smith. Blows by Steckline underneath. This shot up. No, rebound Jackson Rumford. Here's 15 seconds to go third quarter. Scott City down by 4. Here's a 3 on the way. Short. Gosh darn, rebound goes to Reality Smith, and now it's loose. And that should be a travel. Oh, they're going to call a tie-up on that? Reality Smith slid about 3 feet on the court with the ball. Scott City did not have a hand in there. That should have been a travel. But Scott City missing their opportunities on the defensive or offensive end. And 6.1 to go third quarter. It's a tie-up. Coronado will have the ball up 4. Tough break there for the Beavers. It sure looked like that could have been a traveling call, not a tie-up. Break for Coronado. They get it still with Reality Smith, and he'll drive in, pull up at the foul line, and miss the jumper as he hits the deck hard. Jackson Rumford's 90-foot shot misses, and that's the end of your third quarter. Scott City will have some work to do. Their largest deficit going into a quarter down 4, 25-21 as we head to the fourth. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
It is 25-21 Coronado leading Scott City. It'll be Beaver basketball's in the fourth quarter. Coronado's attempted 9 more free throws than Scott City. The Cougars are 7 of 11 at the line, And then Scott City is 2 of 2. So Coronado 7 of 11, Scott City 2 of 2. Beavers are led by Jackson Rumford. He has 13 points. Coronado led by Reality Smith with 8 and Seth Enoch with 9. The Scott City Beavers are going to need to go to work. Coronado put together an 11-2 run over the final 3:57 of the third quarter to take the 4-point lead. Here's Eloy Ruelas looking to drive in. It's cut off. They help defense as they pack it into Rumford. Pivots, goes around his reverse layup. Oh, he can't get another one to go from point blank. And the whistle, and we're going to get a tie-up. It'll be Coronado basketball on the other end. They'll say Rumford tied up Reality Smith, much to the displeasure of the Cougars fans here with 7:40 to go. Scott City will play from full court pressure here. 25-21 inbound into Enoch. And they're going to get a foul. That'll be on Eloy Ruelas, just his first. But Scott City's first team foul of the fourth quarter. Coronado's only been called for 4 fouls in the game, and 3 of them have been charged to Duyema. They don't really have any foul trouble other than him. Sage Steckline with 3 fouls for Scott City. They've been letting him play. It's been consistent, but Scott City not moving quick enough, and that's got him in a little trouble. 7:25 to go with it. Here's Jarbeau. Now up top. Driving in, here's Enoch. Splits the defender's left corner. Here's a Reality Smith 3. Got it. He's come to life in this second half, and they have a 28-21 lead on a 14-2 run with 7:12 to go. That is their first 3 of the night. Comes in the fourth quarter. Smith had 2 points in the first half. Here's an answer back 3. Too strong, but right to Brooks Bailey. He'll put it up, and he's fouled from behind. He'll get 2 free throws. That's on Seth Enoch, his first. Bailey to the line for his first free throw attempts of the year, also looking for his first points of the year. First foul of the fourth quarter on the Cougars with 7:01 to go. So Scott City did a good job on Reality Smith in the first half. He only had 2 points, but he put together 6 points in the third quarter. And then that 3 now has a game or team high 11. The free throw for Bailey is good. Makes it 28-22 with 7:01 to go. Both teams with a foul apiece here in the fourth quarter. Free throw number 2 for Bailey, nothing but net, not look good. Alex Trango will be in for Bailey, and it's a 5-point game. Now Scott City needs to turn it up once again on the defensive end. They've played pretty good defense for most of the night. It's really come down to some bad passes in the second half for Scott City. 6:50 to go. That's helped propel Coronado's 14-2 run at that moment. It's now 14-4 after Scott City built a 19-14 lead about midway through the third quarter. 6:40 to go in this one. Enoch with it up top. Goes behind him with a pass to Jarbeau. guarded by Eloy Ruelas. 6.5 to go. Now they'll flip it here, driving in, getting away with the walk was Enoch. He'll pull up at the paint. Oh, he hits the jumper. You've got to be kidding me. He has 11, and it's 30-23 with 6:22 to go. Here's Jackson Rumford driving in on Reality Smith. That'll be a charge. And a nice, tough break there for Scott City. Rumford with a foul. That is his third. And the official bought the sell of the charge, and the Beavers in some big trouble, down 7 with 6:19 to go. Tough call against the Beavers there. Their second foul of the quarter. Beavers need to get a defensive stop, down 7. 6:05 to go. Right side, driving in, here's Enoch. He'll hang, shoot, and miss it. Rebound, Rumford reels it in for the Beavers. He has 7 boards unofficially tonight. Scott City needs some points here, down 7, their largest deficit of the night. Here with 5:50 to go, here's Steckline. Now right corner to Duff. Can he hit a 3? Yes! His first 3 of the year comes at a big time. 30-26, Scott City wants time with 5:45 left. Boy, that couldn't have come at a better time for the Beavers. Try to cut into the deficit, and the 3 works. Brian Gentry burning his second time out of the night here with 5:48 to go. Beavers down 30-26. Scott City will take on La Junta tomorrow night. The girls at 5 o'clock, the boys at 6:30. Coronado will wrap up tomorrow. They'll take on Altus out of Oklahoma. They're out of the Lawton, Oklahoma region. Garden City all over La Junta going into the fourth quarter, 60-37. That was a close game for a while there. Out of Scott City's 32nd timeout, 30-26, Coronado the leading the ball, 5:35 to go. With it is Enoch. Backdoor cut, and it's thrown away. Turnover on Coronado in the hands of Dylan Duff. Scott City can get another offensive score here. Up top to Jackson Rumford has reeled in. Sage Steckline sees an alley, drives in. Now Eloy Ruelas in the corner drives in, and he's going to be called for the walk. Oh, the little things. The 15th Scott City turnover of the night. With 5:20 to go. 30-26. Reality Smith trying to get it in. He does so. And then he has it back as they'll have it in his hands into the front court. With 5:14 to go. And a whistle, and Coach Cody Burnback wants a full timeout. We'll take it as well with them. 5:12 to go, fourth quarter. It's Coronado 30, Scott City 26. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
.512 to go in this one. Scott City needs to put together another defensive performance here, down by 4 at 30-26. Coronado down to 2 timeouts left. They have a 2:30. Scott City, oh, that's a turnover after he did not, or it's off the sideline right off the inbounds. That's the 13th Cougar turnover of the night. An unforced error that time. The recipient of the pass, Jarbeau, was still out of bounds when he tried to catch the ball and come back in. So Scott City needs to take advantage of that. They cannot afford another turnover here. Tarango for a 3. 1-point game. Tarango with the 3. And the net is stuck up on the the rim, and it's 30-29 with 4:58 to go. So Tarango and Duff have launched back-to-back threes and a 6-0 run for Scott City to get them to within one. They're on an 8-2 run here. They're back to within one as the Scott City student section starts to get back into this one. 4:48 left. Enoch with it, guarded by Tarango. He slit, and now we're going to get a tie-up, and it'll be a turnover. That time, correction, Eloy Ruel is forcing that one, and we've seen some slippages by both sides. Scott City with the turnover forced, and they have a chance to go up here with 4:42 to go as Coronado applies a little 2-2-1 three-quarters court press. Steckline now gets it to Alex Tarango. He'll take it into the front court. Tarango with 9 after that 3. Up top to Eloy Ruelas. He'll drive right side. 4:30 to go. Scott City with an opportunity to reclaim the lead. And now, Jackson Rumford trying to get into him, and a turnover. And a whistle and a foul. Man, Reality Smith with a big steal that time. The foul on Tarango, his third. Scott City with a bunch of players with 3 fouls, or the third foul of the fourth quarter with 4:23 to go. And down by 1 at 30-29. Jarboe to inbound it, and he'll trickle it into the backcourt. As Enoch with it, crosses over his dribble. 4:13 to go. Coronado will be very patient on offense, up by 1. Here's Reality Smith driving in on Steckline cutoff. Morrow with it, goes out high left. As they're going to play a 4 corners offense here halfway through this fourth quarter. 30-29, Scott City down by 1. Coronado with the ball. Enoch with it, and they'll just keep it up top. Coronado not afraid to keep this game in the 30s. Reality Smith trying to go around Steckline, does so. He'll take it all the way to the rack. Pump fake. May have gotten away the walk. Now left corner. Driving in. Back up top it goes. Here's a 3-pointer on the way. Short. Rebound. And a whistle and a foul over the back on Jarboe with a push. His second. Team foul number 2 of the quarter. As Duyema put up the 3 from straight away. And another opportunity for Scott City to reclaim the lead. We may be in for a wild finisher with 3:36 to go. Scott City with 3 timeouts. Coronado with 2. To Jackson Rumford, bounce pass. It goes to Eloy Ruelas. Now back to Duff. They need to get across to get it to Rumford. 3:26 now to Steckline. Wraparound pass. Here's Eloy Ruelas. Turns down the 3. Dish into Rumford. Kisses it off the glass, and Scott City has the lead. They're on an 8-0 run. 31-30 with 3:16 to go. Rumford with 14 tonight in our 4th lead change. 31-30. Scott City back on top as we approach 3 minutes to go. These teams have played some pretty good games here in the last few years. In about every meeting but one. Almost a 5 count here with 2:55 to go. Enoch, now they separate. Scott City with the ball. Or correction, with the lead. Their first lead of the fourth quarter at 31-30. Coronado with it. They're going to be at a reach-in foul on Eloy Ruelas just a second. Scott City's 4th team foul of the fourth quarter. That's their last foul to give with 2:44 to go. Coronado with just 2 fouls in this fourth quarter. In fact, they've only fouled 6 times tonight. Scott City's been toward the penalty or in the penalty in every quarter here tonight. 2:44 left. Cougars with the ball down 1 and triggering the backcourt to Enoch. Enoch will take it in the front court, goes left with the dribble. Back over to Duyema. And working around perimeter right to Reality Smith. Smith will hold it, back up top. With it is Morrow, drives left side, kicks in the left corner. Enoch will dribble it back up. Coronado wants to reset with 2:24 to go. Right, cut to the block here. And now losing the dribble. Ooh. They're going to say last touch by Scott City when it looked like Enoch just lost the handle of it, but the official had a good view of it right in front of him. As back in will be Lyric Smith for Coronado. He'll replace Seth Enoch. And that might have been the right call. It does look like Rumford got a piece of the ball there with 2:20 to go. Coronado trying to inbound it and get in the right corner, and then almost stolen away by Duff. Good defense up top on Morrow around the perimeter. With it now, here's Jarboe looking to drive, feed it in. And it goes, putting it up and scoring it is Reality Smith. 32-31 with 2:06 to go. Coronado back on top by 1. Scott City with the ball. They get it to Tarango. They have Rumford behind the defense. He'll catch it. lets the defender go up, and that'll be a foul on the floor. It'll be on Reality Smith his first. Team's third of the second or fourth quarter with 1:56 to go. As the pump fake got Smith up in the air, and his foot hit the back of Rumford's head. 1:56 to go in. It goes to Eloy Ruelas. Up top to Alex Tarango. Left side here, Steckline. Trying to feed it in. Doesn't force. Oh, he goes cross-court the pass, and another bad pass and a turnover. Gosh, Coronado's up by 1 with 1:44 to go. The length is maybe deceiving for Scott City. And now, when does Scott City start thinking about fouling here? Coronado has been solid at the line tonight at 7 of 11. And a whistle. We got a timeout first. It'll be Coronado. They'll burn one of their 2 fulls left with 1:33 to go. Coronado 31, Scott City 30. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
The Scott Recreation Commission invites you to
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
1:33 to go. Coronado's ball up by 1 at 32-31. Foul situation. Scott City has 4 fouls. They don't have any fouls to give. The next foul would put Coronado at the line for automatic 2 free throws. Scott City with 3. Possession arrow favors the Cougars. They'll lob it in to Reality Smith, and he'll just pull it up top there with 1:28 to go. And now Reality Smith, they get the foul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up here with 1:26 to go. Smith will be at the line for 2. He has 2 of 4 there tonight, but he's come up with some big shots. He has 13 points. He has their lone 3 of the night. The 4th foul on Jackson Rumford. That's even worse for Scott City with 1:26 to go. Scott City crowd, the student section trying to make some noise here. Free throw off the back iron and drops. Of course, right? 33-31 with 1:26 to go. That senior Reality Smith, he's been a fun one to watch. Second free throw also good, 34-31 with 1:26 to go. And now into Eloy Ruelas. Scott City doesn't need a 3 right away. They just need to get a basket. 1:18 to go. Enough corner. Here's a tie shot. Tarango misses it. Rebound, Jackson Rumford flips it behind his back, scores it, and is fouled. Oh, my goodness. He just flipped it behind his back, and Duyema fouls for the 4th time with 1:11 to go. 34-33, that ends the 4-0 Coronado run. And their 4th team foul of the 4th quarter. After the missed 3 by Tarango, that would have tied it. Rumford with a chance to tie it. He has the free throw. He now has 18. We're tied for just the 2nd time tonight with 1 minute to go at 34-34. Coronado has 1 timeout left. The possession arrow in their favor. Scott City has 3 timeouts left. They may go for the final shot as they play a weave up top. 54 seconds to go. Lyric Smith with it. Gets it high corner to Reality Smith. The 4-corner look for the Cougars. Don't need to foul. Oh, don't reach in there. Dribbling around, here's Enoch with 40 seconds to go. Almost drew the foul, and it's almost thrown away, and it is. And they get the timeout before the travel. Good help defense of the Beavers with the ball with 36 seconds to go. Redford gets the steal and the timeout. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Scott City basketball.
Protect your ball. Go with the proven winner. I'm Michael Trout from State Farm in Scott City. When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
They're tied at 34 and a chance for the win. Coronado's going to apply some full court pressure. If there is a tie-up, possession arrow favors Coronado. Will the Beavers go for the final shot? Coach Brian Gentry trying to direct the offense from the sideline. Up top to Eloy Ruelas from Rumford. 25 seconds to go. We're going to have overtime. We're going to have a win for the Beavers. Let's see. Rumford with it. Back up top to Tarango. Now to Eloy Ruelas with 18 seconds left. Back to Tarango. Up top to Ruelas with 13. With 12. Scott City may need to start thinking about running their offense with 10. Back up top and a timeout. Gentry will burn it. We'll keep it right here with 9 seconds to go. He now has one timeout in his pocket. We'll take another 30-second timeout with 9 seconds to go in regulation. Tied at 34. Back in 30. This is Beaver basketball. If your furnace
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
9.0 seconds left. We're tied at 34. Scott City with the ball and a chance to win it. Both teams with one timeout remaining. Here's the foul situation. Scott City already in the penalty with 5 fouls. A Coronado foul would send Scott City to the line. 9 seconds to go. Steckline to inbound it for the Beavers. We're tied at 34. Scott City will run kind of a line play out high. Tie-up would be not good. Inbound into Tarango with 8 seconds. Here's Eloy Ruelas with 7, with 6. Here's Alex Tarango with 4, with 3 seconds. They try to get it in, and it's deflected out with 0.8 of a second left. Oh, my. You can just catch and shoot here. And Brian Gentry will burn his final timeout of regulation. So you get the 0.8 of a second play. Oh, my. Little contact there, but they played it through. This is Beaver basketball.
You know how they say the most important thing in real estate is location?
BBN is supported by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, The Original Grande, Bullertson Family Dentistry, Volgamore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Wood River Energy, Scott Community Foundation, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management.
We're playing a free 4 minutes. These two teams played to overtime 2 years ago. Coronado would win that in overtime. And the tip is controlled by Scott City, and we're underway. By the way, the fouls do not reset from the fourth quarter, so shooting fouls here from here on out for both sides. Scott City with the first possession of overtime. Cut into Steckline, pump fakes, and he is fouled hard as he got Reality Smith in the air on a pump fake, his second. And that's a 5th team foul after the start of the fourth quarter. And Sage Steckline, who is scoreless tonight, with a chance to put the Beavers on top for the first points of the overtime and also get his first points of the night. Steckline's free throw, yes, 35-34. 15 seconds into overtime. His first points of the night came in the 33rd minute of the game, and his second point comes as well, making it 36-34. Beavers up by 2. Coronado up to bat. First trip here in overtime. Duyema left side to Reality Smith. Gives it back up top to Duyema. Uses up a dribble, needs help. Finds it up top here to Jarbeau here with 3:26 to go in the extra session. With it right side, here's Lyric Smith looking to drive in, cut off by Tarango. Now to Reality Smith looking to drive in, jump stop, hangs, shot too strong, and the rebound goes to Eloy Ruelas for Scott City. Good defensive trip that time for Scott City. They need to take care of the ball, up by 2 in overtime. We're a minute in, up 36-34. Tarango with it, finds Steckline. He'll just take the jumper. He'll knock down the jumper! 2:54 to go in overtime, 38-34. Oh my. Scott narrows their deep 3 by Lyric Smith. In and out rebound. Reality Smith picks it up, but they're going to call him for a walk after he got the rebound. And he is frustrated about that after his 10th board. Turnover number 16 on the Cougars. With 2:44 to go here in the extra session. Full court pressure applied by Coronado. Each team gets an extra timeout. Eloy Ruelas, they get it to Duff and now to Steckline. Just get it to Ruelas in the front court to avoid the 10 count. 38-34, Scott City up by 4. Left side, here's Alex Tarango. It's cut off. Back up top to Eloy Ruelas. If you're Scott City, just be patient. You've got the 2-score lead. And then no trip, they say. Here's Alex Tarango now to Dylan Duff. With 2:18 to go, we're nearing the midway point of the overtime. Steckline to drive right side. The bullet pass left side, Tarango. Oh, he's going to be called for the walk. Little hesitation move that time and a turnover. It'll be the 18th of the night here on Scott City. Make that the 19th. Scott City has not won an overtime in a long time. They lost their overtime a year ago to Sterling at the Sterling Invitational. Halfway through overtime, 38-34, Scott City up by 4, Coronado with the ball. Right side, Lyric Smith turns down the 3, drives right side, here's a 3 on the way right wing, and that is wide left, but the rebound, Lyric Smith in the putback. And a timeout for the Cougars here. Lyric Smith with his 4th point off the putback, 38-36. Coronado with the timeout, it's a full with 1:49 to go. Let's come back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Sports have this amazing way of making a positive impact in our community. Whether it's helping children, boosting local economies, or creating role models, that's our goal at American Implement too. We believe in being a part of the communities we serve by just being a good neighbor. Thanks for being ours.
Thrive living in rural Kansas. Pioneer Communications. We're your community, connected.
Coronado with their first basket in overtime at 1:49 to go as they call a timeout, and they have a trap there. And oh, Tarango throws it away, and a whistle and a foul. Oh, gosh, Scott City's 19th turnover, and 2 free throws coming up here for Coronado. And that's the 4th on Sage Steckline. Correction, not the foul on Tarango. It would have been the 4th either way. 2 free throws coming up here for Seth Enoch. He is 3 of 4 at the line. Tried to tie things up. He's short on the first. Coronado's been good at the line tonight. 9 of 13. Second free throw crawling in. It's 38-37. They have the last three with 1:45 to go here in overtime. And Enoch with his 12th point of the night. Scott City having a hard time with the pressure. They get it in the front court to Alex Tarango. Pull it out, up by one are the Beavers, and there's a foul on Reality Smith. And that'll be his third, and that'll be team foul number 6 of the second half. And that'll be 2 free throws for Dylan Duff. His first trip to the line. He hit his first 3 of the year moments ago, or in the fourth quarter to help that rally. Duff's first free throw. Bang! Oh, banked off. He'll get another one. Still a 1-point game with 1:32 to go in overtime. 38-37 Scott City. So Smith with that third foul. His second free throw. Banked in! That'll work. 39-37. The lead is at 2. Hell, he missed the first bank shot. The second one was perfect. Minute 25 to go. Tarango has to carefully has 3. Sage Steckline, Jackson Rumford with 4 fouls. Driving in is Lyric Smith. Here's a right side 3 for the lead. Short. Rebound tipped, and Scott City fought for the rebound into the hands of Lyric Smith. And now Reality Smith will drive the left baseline. He'll hang, but he's going to be called for, or draws a foul on the floor. And Reality Smith to 2 free throws to tie it with 65 seconds to go, and that's the 4th on Alex Tarango. That was a good look for Jarbo, but Lyric Smith with a timely rebound for Coronado. Reality Smith is 4 of 6 to the line, makes it 5 of 7, and it's 39-38. 1:05 left here in the extra session. Scott City scored the first 4 points. Coronado scored 4 of the last 5. This is for our 3rd tie of the night, and it's good. He has 17. We're tied at 39, our first tie in overtime. And that's going to be a foul on an overplay by Jarbo, his 3rd with 1:02 to go. 2 free throws coming up for Alex Tarango, where he's 1 of 2 on the year at the line, looking for double figures for the 3rd time in 3 games. 1:02 to go in overtime. First one to break the tie. Oh, just crawls off. Scott City did not shoot any free throws until the 3rd quarter. Second free throw for the lead. Good, nothing but net. He has 10. 40-39, 1:02 to go in overtime. And Coronado with a chance to take their first lead in the extra session here on KSKL Scott City. 55 seconds to go with it is Lyric Smith. And they work it up top now to Dylan Duyema. Now here is Reality Smith driving in. Blow by, and he's got the basket. And it's now 41-40 with 44 seconds to go in overtime. Scott City, their first deficit of the extra session. Lob to Rumford. Catches it, puts it up. Yes! He's got 20. 42-41. 32 seconds to go in overtime. 28 seconds within the front court is Lyric Smith. Goes up top, left side. Oh, Rumford, you don't want to reach in. Here's Reality Smith driving in. Floater for the lead. Yes, he's got it again. 43-42. We got a timeout for Coronado with 17.2. Oh, my. 21 for Reality Smith. He has hit their last 6 points, and they have a 43-42 lead with 17.2 to go. They'll burn their last timeout. We've had 4 lead changes in overtime. Coronado with the last basket to go up 43-42. Rumford cannot contest that inning because he had 4 fouls. So he cannot contest that shot. And you know Coronado is going to slap full court pressure on Scott City here out of the timeouts. There's no doubt about that. Can Scott City break it and not turn the ball over? Oh, my. Scott City had a 4-point lead about 2 minutes into overtime. Coronado came back a little bit. They took a 41-40 lead. Scott City took a 42-41 lead, and then just moments ago, Coronado goes back up 43-42. Reality Smith with the last 6 for Coronado. He has 21 to lead all scorers now. Jackson Rumford leads Scott City with 20. Out of the timeout, it'll be Rumford with the ball with 15 seconds. Now they get it to Steckline with 13. Scott City now will get in the front court with Steckline. Jump stop underneath the Rumford. Pump fakes. Reverse layup. Scott City leads it with 6 seconds to go. 44-43. Coronado does. And now steal. Hold the ball. Scott City's going to escape this one. Oh, my. Jackson Rumford with the layup with 7 seconds to go. Coronado loses the ball. Steckline holds it. Coronado did not have any timeouts. And the Beavers use one of their 9 count lives for the victory. 44-43 in a thriller. We'll come back in 3 minutes. Collect ourselves. What a finish here tonight. Both of these teams have battled here. 44-43, Beavers survive and win in overtime. We'll come back in 3 minutes. This is Beaver basketball.
Preparation pays, on the field and in life. I'm Michael Trout with State Farm in Scott City. If something happened and you weren't here tomorrow, would your family be provided for? Life insurance is just the right thing to do, the way to be prepared. Stop by or give us a call at Michael Trout State Farm. We can work with you to find the best life insurance plan to fit your need or to make sure you have enough. This isn't something to put off another day. On the field of life, be prepared. Michael Trout, State Farm, Scott City.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Wrap Up the Year sales event is going on right now at Lot Motors in Dodge City. Now is the perfect time to purchase a new 2023 Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. Don't see what you want on the lot, just ask one of the sales staff and they'll order it for you. Stop in.